temperature check on Belle Delphine, and I was like, I don't know if we want this like streaming. Maybe better to put it on the Patreon thing. But
we had a 10-minute Belle for all you tuning in out of nowhere. I can never monetize these anyway, so who the fuck cares? For all you tuning in now, we had a 15-minute Belle Delphine discussion ish.
I don't even think it was that long.
It wasn't that long. It was like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
Shout
out to her though. Hey, she's doing her thing. I don't know how the fuck she keeps getting banned, because like. Is plenty of e-girls who do like the same like shit that she does.
No, I don't think she's getting banned for any real violation. I think it's just because people mass report her. She has a lot of like.
That happens.
She got a lot of clout.
Yeah.
It's like attention, like people get mad, like just because it's like attention, because it's like it's like, oh man, I could be that or I could do that. Why don't I get the attention? And it's like that little like fucking like thing in the back of your head is like, ooh. And it's like the hater impulse, which to be fair is honestly human. Not excusing it.
That's true.
But like it's always like it's the best feeling when you like look at it. It's like, you know what? No, I was in my feelings. I was fucking up. Like I was just hating.
Like I'm just being a motherfucking hater.
Sometimes like have y'all never had that moment where you're like, man, like. He's like, why don't you like XYZ? Somebody asks you, and you're like, man, and then you're like, oops. No, I'm just hating. I'm just hating. Like I think for a while, like that's kind of how Giga was for me, honestly. It was
I don't like him.
I was like, yo, he's got the fucking British accent. It's like all this stupid. His takes are dumb, and just like. And he does his shit, and he's good at work ethic, and he like churns shit out, and he's good at what he does. What the fuck do I have to complain about? Who fucking
ladies
cares?
Like your hair whack. The way he sucked Orochimaru's dick whack. It's like no, I feel it. There's some times where it's just like. I'm just like, fuck them anyway, still shit.
Sometimes there's certain people. That's how I feel about Timothy Chalamet.
Who's that?
The dude who's in Dune.
Is that the main character guy from
Dune? Yeah.
Wait, what happened to him? Or like what?
Oh, fuck him. Just in general, fuck him. And the reason I say like fuck Timothy Chalamet is because John Mulaney has a whole fucking bit about how. His wife was like, oh, that Timothy Chalamet, blah, 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 blah. And John Mulaney was like, that son of a bitch, Timothy Chalamet. And it's just like the pettiest shit. But just because I love John Mulaney, I am just like, no, I don't give a fuck. John Mulaney's my man. I'm team John Mulaney. Fuck Timothy Chalamet.
Okay,
period.
I see what you mean. When you riding, you're just riding because your boy's riding.
That's how it is.
You just
I pick my side.
Your boy riding.
Yeah, sometimes just like 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 I think it's with like when you care about somebody, like Manuel, if you just said, who's that? We're just not saying his name, but he was in some controversy. We call him. Well, he's just an Asian guy with the first name that starts with that letter starts with a D and ends with a W. We're not gonna say his name here because fuck that dude. But
what? What did I miss?
Remember. I showed you the old. You're like, this is so fucking old. Why is everyone bringing this back up again?
Oh yeah,
okay,
I forgot
that guy. All right, he personally has never done anything bad for me, but because he did some bad shit to you, I was just like, you know what? Fuck him too. Fuck him. Like I don't care.
Is that a like conflicting feeling y'all ever had, where it's like this person actually didn't do anything wrong to me,
really, but
like it's like your friend, and so it's like. But also at the same time, maybe it's not like your real close friend, and sometimes there's just misunderstandings, and you're just like, I wasn't there at the time.
At a baby shower. Is Leslie having a baby?
Yeah, no, definitely not. Gross.
So she's having a baby shower.
She is. It's not me. It's not for me. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I dodged the bat. I dodged the bullet.
No, I'm kidding, Leslie. Leslie not having no.
Better watch out though, Leslie. That kid's gonna have to try to dodge this bullet though.
Oh my god. There's no more abortions anymore. Didn't you hear? Let's get political.
Oh no!
Mention that.
It's not abortion anymore.
I know there is.
Murder.
It's just
it's murder now.
More expensive and not as safe.
It's like, oh, that got spicy out of nowhere. Hey everyone, I'm Manuel, the internet's favorite cryptid. I say that because I feel like crap, I look like crap, and crap.
You look just how we're used to seeing you.
Well, I haven't shaved, and I know that's not that uncommon.
You don't shave that often, honestly.
That is true. This is very true. I've said this many times
Manuel
before.
almost got the Fu Manchu going to Dawn, though.
Well, I wish I could do that. But my first I can't grow facial hair, and I also can't do it wispy in an actual shape. Like
Manuel looks like he can have a nice full beard. I thought you were calling yourself the what's it, Manuel, the cryptid?
The cryptid, yeah.
Which I don't understand because it's like he's everywhere. Cryptid would imply that nobody fucking sees him ever.
That's true.
I'm like if
Manuel's just like Manuel. He says the cryptid, no one sees him. Manuel just looks down.
The fuck. Anyway, Warren.
Okay, continue. What's up, guys? My name is Warren, aka Frederick Batman, aka that dude, but not that dude, aka too many names McGee. Sheesh. And yeah, onto our homie above me.
Yeah, it's your boy, the intergalactic shitposting demon lord, the king of Bishonen himself, Pleiades. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at PLEIA_DS for the finest of memes and the occasionally finely curated loot as well. Always about that fuck shit, always about the smoke, but only when motherfuckers deserve it.
The internet's favorite cryptid is Fengi, apparently.
I feel like that this is a VTuber, right? I can't keep track of how many.
It's actually funny.
Are.
I don't know if Fengi's the one that JD knows, but I've actually stumbled across a couple Fengi streams on my own. Also, because I won't name the other VTuber just in case I don't want mildly doxing someone. I have a friend who is a VTuber and has a name very similar to Fengi. That's kind of mildly doxing. I shouldn't have said any of that, but there you go. And
Wangy.
It's confusing. It's confusing sometimes. Wangy, Wangy, is fucking penis. Oh man, Wang, the YouTuber Wang, he uploaded.
No, I've never heard of Wang, and I've definitely never done a presentation that was also a video that he did.
Yeah, I think I called you out on that because is that the one that you did that I felt was almost like a rehash of the Wang video? Like you basically.
I mean, it's just a story.
We call that
the story
plagiarism.
That's not plagiarism. That's just the same story being told again. That's is it plagiarism if everybody does a story about Wings of Redemption?
Dude, Wings of Redemption is so fucking weird.
Oh man.
I feel like I never knew when he was popular.
I didn't either.
He's always, even though he apparently, I didn't know this because all I know is that other fucking guy, the guy who got arrested, the guy with the guns.
Which one? You're gonna have to be way more specific.
Yeah,
you say a guy he was Russian.
Boogie?
No, the guy. Oh, don't start talking about Boogie.
Boogie he did have a gun, and he did get arrested.
Boogie isn't the big dude.
Yeah,
it's
what?
The big guy with the gun, and it's nobody can actually figure out who was that.
Dude, Boogie has been
what happened to that guy?
He's been, dude. Okay, I went to the
Terminally
Game Awards. I went to the Game Awards as press with Tipu and Garway, in 2016. We went there for a couple years, but the last year we went was I think 2016. I think because 2017 I didn't go, but somebody else went. Anyways. I went to the Game Awards. It was really fun. I've told the story before where I was talking shit because we were there officially as press, but a friend of mine was a seat filler. Actually, a lot of my friends were seat fillers, and I was making fun of my friends. I'm like, haha, we're gonna go into the front door because we're cool, because they had to go to the parking lot and meet up. But then she fucking sits next to Hideo Kojima and Reggie, and I was fucking pissed.
But I would kill for that selfie. Oh my god,
she got a selfie with Reggie. But anyway, so anyway. like Reggie Fils-Aimé, the president, the then president.
Yeah, we know who Reggie is. We know who Reggie is.
Anyway, at that video game awards, Boogie won the award. I think it was the first year they did it too, for like the best like video game YouTuber or video game content creator, whatever the fuck they called it. And he won the award. He was there, and we were like, "Oh, that's so great!" Like, and I started watching his shit after that. And then, oh boy, I picked a good time to jump in because he fell apart pretty quickly. I won't go any further, but if you want to go on YouTube and type in Boogie, whatever the fuck he has some numbers after his name, and I assure you the first hits won't be his. The first hits will not be his videos. There'll be a million drama videos. Yeah, comment,
all that shit. I feel like watch one of those. I feel like it's very rare that somebody's like in a quote unquote online persona, and after a while, it's just like a matter of time before you break.
Like 280 are the numbers.
You can't, like, I feel like it's so hard to be in the public sphere and then not eventually just like something happens and like you just fucking like lose your patience.
Also, thank you, Leslie, for the 22 months. I will take a shot.
Hey!
Break my shot virginity for the night.
Yo, but like,
oh yes, Manuel has to break a shot virginity. This motherfucker called me 4 times last night.
Are you serious? Jesus Christ.
3 times was intentional.
I'm so impressed. I found homeboy who's like a dead on hard Sam's game cola. Like
damn, look, he's a hard, oh damn, this was
not hard game
as fuck too. Not hard game, but this one got wait, dude, he looks exactly like him.
Right? I was like, I dead ass thought like maybe hard game was just like back in the day. Like, yo, hard game back, hell yeah. It was just like a dead-on cosplay. Is all.
That fool looks
sponsored by Walmart. Because I'm drinking the Walmart branded rum and the Walmart branded Coke.
See, that would make sense. That would make way more sense than buying all these name brand fucking everything. Oh wait, that's one Purdue. Yeah, no.
How about a slice of cheese?
That was warm.
And granted, somebody obviously just like wrote this as like a fucking
Let's have a half shot.
But like, that shit drives me insane because it's like half of these things you can cut down like half of your price by just like doing the great value shit. It tastes the exact goddamn same. It drives me insane.
I like how they bought like $155. Man, that sucks. And they even have a bag of dum dums right there. Just I said, you dumb, you use $155 worth of this shit.
You got a fucking like pre-prepared mashed potato thing, and it's just like you could like you could have gotten
buy a bag of potatoes
for the same price. Yeah, and you get like enough potatoes
to
last you a whole goddamn week.
Inflation's a weird thing because I was seeing an article on beef prices. And you know how they've gone crazy through the roof? But what's weird about that is that now there's all this unsold beef that they're just throwing away. Which somehow, but okay, that's kind of normal. That's not the part that surprised me. But the process of now that it's getting thrown away, that they're talking about like lowering production and the price is going to go up even more. And I'm just like, oh, capitalism is fun.
Funny enough, dang. I actually will talk about this later on. The funny thing about inflation, it's one of those things where it's like, shit will go up just because people think it'll go up. Yeah, it's all just fucking feelings. Nothing to do with reality.
And it was funny because like there is some truth to actually, of course there's truth to it. This is not surprising to anyone, but just like corporate greed. I remember when I was working at Party City, it was like the infamous thing that every few months, like every quarter, they would cut the hours. And their excuse was the economy is not doing well, which, by the way, I don't think I've ever worked for any company. But then again, maybe the economy has always been shit. But I don't think I've ever worked for any company where the economy wasn't not doing well. You know what I mean? Like they always say that. Anyway, and then it was funny because like I even like at one point one of the other managers just straight up asked the DM during one of these meetings, it's like, wait. What are our sales? And DM answers like, what's the percentage up from last year? And it's like, so it's just an excuse. And it is. It is like
you can spin it any way you want is the weird thing. You can like be right, and then it's also like a complete reason to do the complete opposite. It's fucked.
They're like global warming. That's why it's so hot right now. It's like maybe it's just fucking summer.
But anyways, I always hated shit like that. It always bothered me. Like,
damn, I wanted to show something.
That's my party story of the week.
Okay, continue.
Damn. I'm gonna have to put a sticker up
Go ahead.
first.
Oh, you show some titties? Don't show any titties.
No,
I'm
actually,
canceled this early.
No, actually, I wanted to show some.
I'm already ready to start.
Opportunity. Oh, we can do. Okay, yeah, I mean we can. Oh shit! No.
Yeah.
Oh damn it!
I'm ready to start whenever you guys want to.
Woo! Okay. I thought I double clicked that and it was gonna pop up on screen.
Avatar presentation. Oh, Leslie stretch. Leslie routine stretch. Leslie stretch. That's her name. Leslie stretch.
Oh wait, here we go.
Oh, my back.
Oh wait. Oh wait, hold on.
I have to open up my alcohol.
Wait. Oh, that was crunchy.
Oh, my back. Oh, I heard that. Go.
Oh, that one was deep. Oh my god.
Please, like that one came from my booty hole.
All the way up.
All right, so guys, today Manuel said that we're gonna go crazy.
Here.
So I have hot spicy noodles and a beer. All right, guys. So today is Thunder the East at Crash Course on 80s Japanese.
Wait, are you just
panel?
Wait.
Let me guess. This is a panel.
Are you just doing the panel here?
Honestly, this is a really good way to demo panels. It's honestly a good way to do like proof of like concept shit.
Okay. I'm lying. It's not that. This is our panel, but I am not doing our panel. I just wanted to trip Manuel out. Manuel was like, "You're gonna do." Oh, sorry guys, I didn't mean to laugh so much, but I just wanted to see the look on Manuel's face. This is the preview of our panel, guys. Except all this, most of the information is down. So this is how it's looking so far, boys and grills. Whoever wants to come to Fanime. But okay, so actually, my actual presentation, I wanted to kind of
like plane tickets ready or some shit.
I
actually wanted to do
my hentai pitch.
These are all your DTLs.
Yes, they are.
I know that my you don't remember the hentai pitch? I remember the hentai pitch. Oh, that was
all right.
Burp.
Okay.
So today, instead of doing a presentation, I wanted to do one where we kind of all participate. It's I do have 40 questions, but we're not going to go through all of them. I just wanted to see how far we could get in 40 and like in 10 minutes. So
wait,
10 minutes? What do you mean 10 minutes?
Wait, Mr.
because there's too many.
I'm here. What did I miss? You've always been here, right? That was you acting as A to J Plays, right, Mr. Chaco? Because if that wasn't you acting as A to J Plays, who the fuck was that? Remember that one time Molly didn't tell me until weeks later that it was her? Anyway.
Well, I mean, then again, it did say
right.
This is Manuel.
Oh shit! Timer.
Are you starting already?
No, hold on.
You're supposed to start when I did my first thing. You saw Manuel's face. And I was just like, "You're doing our panel right now."
3, 2, 1. Let's jam.
All right, guys. So choose your questions. All right. I don't care. I don't care which one you guys want to choose. Just choose a number, and we'll go and we'll answer it all together as
22. But is that thing where it's like you post it on Twitter and like it's like depending on how many likes your mutuals like give you, like you answered the shit?
No, not really. It was just like random questions I found on Reddit. So, what survival myth is completely wrong and can get you killed? And this is just all by speculation. So anybody like, because I have one. If you want to think,
because the Bobcat Cougar thing. No, that's right. Because
like the cutting open a spider bite thingy and like sucking the venom out. Apparently, that's the last thing you should do. And I was always taught that as a kid.
Well, I think putting a
I've seen that with like
might be good still. I'm not sure though.
You'll probably get infected. Like is the whole thing to that.
Yeah,
I've seen one where like, have you seen that one guy survival dude where he's like, I'm gonna cauterize. He cuts himself and he cauterizes. He puts gunpowder into his wound and he fucking lights that shit on fire and it cauterizes his wound.
I feel like gunpowder wasn't necessarily necessary.
What's your answer?
But that shit can still get infected because it's a wet cauterization. You want a dry, like a chemical cauterization, like doing an actual flame or burning yourself just stops you from bleeding, but you could get infected as fuck because it's wet. So you like to actually have an actual cauterization where you won't get, not saying you won't get infected, but so to have the least amount of infection or the chance of getting infected is you need a chemical burn.
The newer version, well, I guess this would be like, I don't know if they've done it again, but of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like from like the 2000s,
Wait, which one?
There's
the one that came out on Netflix.
Seventh Heaven in there?
Okay, no, not the one that just came out. The one in the 2000s.
Oh yeah,
is that the one with the Seventh Heaven girl? Wasn't it?
Yeah, Jessica Biel, the one with the
like. I just remember the one scene of like they cut off somebody's legs or something, and then they like put him in the fucking bin of salt. Yeah,
he gets salt because he cut off his leg, and he's just like.
I saw.
Yeah, I was like, ugh.
I saw that in theaters. And I was like,
I feel the pain.
I saw that fucking on the way back after evacuating from Hurricane Rita, because I lived in Houston at the time, and I didn't even realize it. But like on the way back, we actually drove by exactly where the fuck that was set.
He's like, no.
I was just like, oh, I'm glad we kept driving.
All right. Let's go. This is surefire. This is just rapid fire. 8. All right, we got 22. 8?
Yeah,
I'll go with that.
All right. What was your first television, actually any medium crush?
Oh, I mentioned it the last time. Well, actually,
we did bring that up. Yeah.
Well, my first would have definitely be from a cartoon. It probably would really be Gadget. I know I said it last time, but I think that would be like, I was like 5-6 years old and like, yeah, that's my girlfriend.
Sure.
That's my
mine was like mine was Sakura from Street Fighter. That was my first waifu.
I'm pretty sure mine was Chibiusa.
Oh yeah, we did talk about this last week, huh?
Because when I watched it, I was like, again, my whole thing was always like, it was weird.
Drink.
Because I was a baby, and I was like, it's like it was talking all older Sailor Senshi, like, but like Chibiusa was like my age. I was like, oh yeah, cool. Yeah, I would send her like a fucking Valentine with some dumbass chocolate or some shit, probably. Also, yes, if we're going with like in real life stuff or like flesh, yeah, Topanga, Topanga was kind of like the proto Hermione Granger.
We talked about that too.
Yep.
I didn't even like think about Hermione, but like, yeah, like weird girl.
They even have a similar look.
Yeah.
Like, not like they look the same, but they have a similar style and hair thing, and yeah. Well, at least Hermione.
They're both white.
Anyway. That's racist. That's racist.
All right.
Anyway.
Go ahead, Pleiades. You throw anywhere.
Let's go.
Drink.
3.
All right. What's your favorite video game?
Oh, just because I don't want to give away my presentation later on, mine's gonna be Uncharted Waters: New Horizons. Did a whole presentation on it.
I've never even heard of this game.
Fuck you! I did a whole presentation on it.
Oh, video game's supposed to be spaced out, but you guys know what I mean.
Warren, you
keep going. Hold on.
Fuck, this is so hard.
How about this? How about like don't even say, like your favorite video game, but like let's go like if you want to say like what are 3 games you would consider in the top 10 for you?
Okay. One would be Final Fantasy Tactics. I say that over and over again.
Oh fuck yeah, legit.
Okay, if it had to be a fighting game, the Capcom versus SNK 2.
Einhander, no.
Ooh yeah.
That
game is like underrated, for real.
Einhander?
It is.
Wait, which one? Marvel vs. Capcom?
No, Capcom versus SNK 2.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nobody like talked about that, but like the presentation, everything is so fucking good.
And then I would say, fuck, maybe this is kind of hard. I'd say.
I mean, again, it doesn't have to be
Dark Souls 1.
Okay, cool. There you go.
Okay.
All right.
What about you, Pleiades?
Yeah, man, we need your top 3 too. How about that? Now that we're doing this.
Oh
yeah, go for that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I guess I already said Uncharted Waters, and this is kind of mind you, I'm gonna pick like comfort ones, like ones that I play a lot.
That's cool. That works. It
would probably be that. Then it would probably be by just kind of giving away some shit, but then it would be probably Shining Force, which I'm sure not that many people know of from the Genesis, which is a better Final Fantasy Tactics. But anyway,
you shut the fuck up.
So what's the third one?
It's cheesy as fuck, but I would say Final Fantasy 7.
That's fine. No,
wow.
Listen, here's the thing. I will say this for you, motherfucker, who's always like, that's what everybody says, blah, blah, blah.
He's the one that fucking says it.
You haven't been. No, everyone hates 7 because it's overplayed. But
everybody loves 7. I don't know what circles
best.
you are running into. but everybody fucking loves 7.
As far as I'm concerned, it's better than 6 and 9 put together. So fuck everyone else.
Shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up.
But
not 6. Okay, continue.
I said Final Fantasy 9 is like my favorite Final Fantasy, but I'll just put that to the side because I've already said that. The one game that I have bought on every single fucking platform, whenever I get the chance, Resident Evil 4. Every goddamn time. I never get tired of it. I have never replayed a game so many times in my life, and it's like the question is like, if you were stuck on an island or some stupid shit like that, you could only play one game forever. Yeah, RE4.
RE4 is a good one.
Okay,
I fucking no Shining Force.
I recant my second one, which I forgot already. Oh no, CVS 2. Okay, I'll take out Dark Souls and throw in Monster Hunter.
That makes sense. Yeah. In terms of like game time and all that.
Okay, the reason why I bought my 3DS, Monster Hunter. The reason why I bought my PS4, Monster Hunter.
Is it the new one on the Switch?
There's new ones on everything.
The reason why I got a Switch, Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
So fucking stupid.
Well, what else? Wait. But for the other ones, Sonic and Knuckles 3. Sonic 3K, yeah. It's just, that's another one of those games where it's like I could just replay it over and over and over again, and just like it always feels good.
I like to call that one the beginning of the end of when like Sonic games were no longer.
That was like the
unquestionably good. I'd be to say.
Like people will argue like about Sonic
I agree.
2, but like almost nobody argues that Sonic 3K isn't a good game. You know?
I'll mention this. I mentioned this kind of briefly before I mention it again. I agree, but the problem with 3 is that it was released incomplete, and it's almost impossible today, unless you're emulating it, to play the real version. Whereas Sonic and 3 with the Knuckles thing together.
Wait, you mean because they changed the audio tracks?
No, for some reason they don't release that version. They just release vanilla Sonic 3, which is incomplete. Like it ends on a cliffhanger.
You mean like the real ending. Emulating the shit? They don't actually have emulators for both of the games combined as a complete.
Exactly, officially. Like there's if you get a Sonic collection, it'll have Sonic 3 and then Knuckles by itself, but not the ROM of the two together, which is the way you're supposed to really play the full Sonic 3. And I'm not making that up. I mean, there's levels that are only in that one.
I don't know if they've done it with all the recent PC re-releases, but there was a time where they did port it over to PC, and they like gutted all the music tracks.
Oh yeah,
that happened to sound like Michael Jackson tracks. And
no, it wasn't so much the Michael Jackson thing, but somebody was plagiarizing like songs. Like there's like 3 songs that are very clearly like just plagiarized.
No, but like all of the songs that got taken out, like they clearly have that vibe.
But yeah.
But
I don't think no one really. Anyway, let's move on.
Wait, hold on. No, I got one more video game. Do I say Pokemon Heart Gold Soul Silver? Wait, no. Majora's Mask. There we go.
Oh, you're picking all the hipster games.
I'm picking the good games.
All right, Pleiades, you choose.
Which ones have we already done?
We did 2,
8, and 3.
No, yeah, 22, 8, and 3.
Okay.
I assume we're not going to do all 40 because we'll be here all night.
Yeah, we're not going to do all 40. I just put it there just in case we ran through it too fast. What was the most gruesome thing you saw at school?
Gruesome.
This one might be pretty quick.
Me in what was it? 6th grade? Where it was like standardized test day, and it was so fucking awkward that like I like couldn't like ask somebody for a pencil, and like when I tried to, I fucking started crying. And like just because the fucking social anxiety, that was the most gruesome thing I ever fucking saw. I hated that fucking era of my life.
Sheesh.
That was the most carnage I've ever seen.
That sounds. Yeah, I saw some guy get like slammed into the concrete, and I've never heard like a body hit the concrete that hard, and that thud. The thud was like so like blunt. I was like, oh shit. I was like, damn, that sounds fucking. Damn! I was like, oh yeah, that was the thing that.
When you hear those sound effects, sometimes shit.
How about you, Manuel?
When I was in middle school, and I remember the very first time I ever.
Middle school.
And I guess this doesn't quite count as gruesome, but it always stuck. It always stuck with me. There was this bathroom on the first floor of our building, and I don't know why it was under the stairs, but nobody really used it. It was a boys' bathroom, by the way, and for some reason, no one used it. And everyone used to always, like, if you went in there randomly, you would see all sorts of weird shit. Like, they'd be fighting in there, people would be doing drugs in there, and people would be having sex in there. And it was my first time seeing pretty much all the above in real life
at the same time.
No, not actually. Once it was two of the things at the same time, but yes.
Which one?
Not fighting.
Fucking and doing drugs, and it wasn't even that like the people were fucking and doing drugs at the same time. It was like somebody was doing drugs in the back, and in the front somebody was getting like a job. You can figure out what kind on your own. And it was funny because I walk in and I'm like, oh man, I need to pee. I don't fucking care.
Man, it was like somebody's fucking over there and someone's doing drugs over here. Shit.
It's like, don't mind me. Yeah, I remember I went in there one time and there was a girl I knew, like, seemed like she was having a good time, and I was like, oh shit, and she said hi to me while she's doing it. I'm like, that's
not
awesome.
Her.
Anyway,
like,
she was hitting on you. Where the fuck else would she say hi?
She's like, would you like to join? Would you like to join in?
Anyway.
All right. So we did 2, 8, and 22. 2, 3. I mean, 1, 3, 22, and 8. That's 4 of them.
Oh, let's do 13 because yesterday was Friday 13th.
Dog, this is exactly how you sell an HBO series.
Yeah.
That's Euphoria.
Bro,
that's Euphoria.
That's true.
I said somehow. I was like, bro, where I piss? Like, he's making fun of the
ideally in
anyway.
the corner. If you have some sense of reason, even animals go in the fucking corner. Ooh,
what is the one thing?
The one thing you will never do again?
Do people cabs? Oh, that was
anything. It's anything, dog. Anything.
Yeah, anything. Yeah.
No, I won't say that. I was just that I didn't even have anyone in mind. That was just an easy joke to make. Let me think.
Mine was like not drinking again like that, but I did it like a hell of times over. I remember Daniel.
You'll know how sometimes there's shit that like you don't think about, but like the only way you find out it's something that you don't want to do is by doing it. There's certain occasions like that.
What would I never do?
I think of a good one because I thought about these things many times, and not even like about anything like haha funny, just like real things. Actually, I have a good one.
Damn, you'll never agree with A to J ever again.
Okay, that was a good one.
Sheesh.
I remember one time I took a bus to Texas from LA to Texas, and it took about
gross.
a day and a half, like a real day and a half. And there was like a 6-hour layover in El Paso, but it was mainly just a moving bus for like a day and a half. And I forgot why we did that. I think it was just the cheapest option because it was like a last minute decision. But yeah, I'll never do that again. I'll never take a more than a day bus ride. That's basically it.
I will never have sex with an ex again.
Oh, I mean,
it is not a good idea. It is in the moment, sure, whatever. Is it hot? Like breakup sex and shit like that? Yeah, absolutely. The thing is, it will only ever complicate shit to an insane degree that you don't want to deal with the fallout out of that. I promise.
Are we a thing? Are we a thing again? Are we a thing again?
Just like drama.
You can feel a certain way, but the thing is, it's like you don't know how they feel, and even if they're the ones who initiated the breakup, it wanted like.
Yeah.
Yo, I thought
it gets fucking
we
weird.
were done. I thought this was just dicking. That's it. And then it turns into like a whole other thing.
It's like it gets too many layers. Too many layers.
It's like I thought this was just dicking.
How has
too many layers?
The cutest version of it? What do you mean the fallout? You mean getting back together and living together, whatever?
Not having to find another place to live or anything like that, of course.
Yo, that one got
that. What would you never do again? Oh, you did
me?
Your thing already.
No, I would never drink peppermint schnapps again. That was the one time I got so fucked up, and I woke up hungover, and that's all I smelled. And I was throwing up, and I was like, that every time I smell it, it shit wants like makes me want to fucking like barf.
Maker's Mark whiskey still makes me like gag a little, even though it's like pretty good whiskey.
I don't understand how people enjoy Jaeger. And then the other thing is, the booze that I would never fucking drink again is absinthe.
Oh
yeah, absinthe is
nasty.
Black licorice. Do you like black licorice? Because if you do, you're fucking weird.
Weston, I don't know if Weston saw the chat, but Weston makes one of those sugary drinks, and that tastes fine. But like, if you ever drink absinthe by itself, it tastes like trash.
Yeah, absinthe by itself is fucking gross.
I believe.
I took the story before. But I took a shot of it one time, and that was like I vomited in my mouth and I swallowed it. I'll never forget that.
When I moved
technically, that was one of the few times I ever vomited drinking.
When I moved into the current apartment I'm in, I had like a little like housewarming party. How was there, and Hal like took the shot of absinthe, and he was like, "What is that, diesel?"
This is not an anime stream.
How'd you not vomit, Hal? Like, I'll never forget that shot.
I was just out of curiosity. It was just like, and then like later on, it might have been the same night, a different night, but like I did fill up another shot glass with absinthe, and I just lit it, and the fucker just stayed there like a goddamn candle. It was ridiculous.
Oh, by the way, word to the wise. I remember we talked about this on a UPZ a long time ago. Like, I just thought it was funny. I used to like watching videos like this. If you ever light a drink on fire, which is a common drink thing, it's not that uncommon. Always put it out before you drink it. Don't be a fucking dumbass.
Yeah, and drink it while it's on fucking fire.
You know how many fucking videos I've watched where they just burn themselves, and then every so often they burn themselves, they spit it out, and then now you got a fire, like in your fucking kitchen or wherever the fuck you're drinking.
The reason for this is that alcohol can still be on fire, even like, and that's the fuel instead of oxygen. I think. Don't quote me on that, but I believe it's something to that effect. So even if you smother it, the shit, like the chemical shit is still going.
Yeah, there's compilations of this on YouTube, and I used to like watching them, even though I'm sure people were not well afterwards.
It's like when people like spray a shit ton of Axe in their hand, and then they would like light it on fire. It's like, oh, it's a fireball.
Yeah, my friend did that. It was cool. We took a photo of it.
Yeah, I think I've done that to myself several
It was
times.
terrible. All right, gangsters. Next one.
Anyway, 37.
Have we done 2?
No, do 2.
What's something you aren't proud of but you didn't regret doing?
X's. I'm just kidding. I snorted. Honestly, that's most things.
Cool, man. You pick a good one.
Single mom.
Oh, you're talking about actually
Single
doing
mom.
people.
Shout out to her. I hope she's doing well. Apparently, she got a Suicide Girl contract or some shit like that. She's really
Oh
good.
shit.
Nice. Nice.
She's doing streaming. Like I think she's probably doing good. She's probably doing good. Very industrious.
No, I mean, I don't think there's anything that I'm not proud. Most things that even though I think people would probably like be like, oh my god, I'm like, I don't fucking care. You know?
Yeah, that's kind of how I'm not ashamed of anything.
My line of work, and I won't say what it is, but anyway.
If you've been a long time watcher, you know. If you know, you know.
That's actually
mine was like literally stealing from a church. But fuck those people. They're fucking pieces of shit. So I stole that. Okay, I didn't steal. It was one of it's my aunts in a Christian church where they were telling me that I was going to go to hell for not believing in God. So I was just like, fuck these people, fuck their church, and I just grabbed a whole bunch of blank CDs and fucking stashed it into our backpack.
What does this mean? Oh wait, never mind.
I didn't steal like some real shit from the church, but I was just like, fuck this shit, fuck them. Grab the most random shit that they had and just threw it into a backpack and left.
I'll say this. I've said before, like despite the fact that like first impression that I usually get from people is they just assume I'm gay. I never understand how anybody puts up with men's physical appearance because I've always thought we just look goofy as fuck. Like it's just the wildest thing. Like my girlfriend will tell me like, "Oh, I have a nice butt," and I'm just like, I don't understand how, but God bless you.
Bless. Bless.
That's like Leslie with Ward's butt every 5 seconds. I stole a stack of blank CDs from my local. Why did they have blank CDs there?
I don't know. We just walked into a room and just was like, "Fuck these people." Took their shit and then left.
I don't think I've ever stolen from a church, but I wouldn't not do it. Or actually, I wouldn't not do it now, but I wouldn't have not done it when I was younger.
The moments when I went to church, it was like I was like full on Catholic, and like literally any slight thing, like if I didn't pray at night, I would get like immense anxiety. So like yeah, any like slight against, I would just like fucking immediately just break down, panic attack.
Oh shit. All right, next one, my homies. 27.
Oh, by the way, drink a bunch of. We should probably just.
All right, I've been drinking this whole time.
25 minute, yeah.
You suck at timers.
Yeah.
Oh, we're at 25. Okay.
Well, this is
23 actually. This is 22.30. 22.3.
It is actually
22.5 actually.
Hey, what are we doing? 25.
25. I got the number wrong apparently.
What is the one thing your family will never understand about you?
That I don't like them.
All of them?
Damn.
Or you mean like some of your family?
No, I've gotten a lot of shit for this in the past, but some of my big things that
everybody's family's different.
It's not even I don't. It's like I never was a believer in. Oh, they're your fam. So
that only applies if you have good family. Like
I would never. No, and it's not even like the horrible people. That's not the issue. It's not even like the horrible people. I don't think they are. They're not people I would ever care to talk to, associate with, or hang out with, or waste what little time we have on this earth with. You know what I mean?
Especially like you get, like you really have the budget, like who you keep in your circle, and
exactly.
like,
it's like
and sorry, especially like if sometimes it's just like it's not even, they don't even have to be like overtly toxic. It's just like
no, most of them aren't. That's the issue. It's like that's the thing. It's like I'm not saying that they are, and I'm like, oh no, I cut them off because I hate them. No.
Y'all just don't like run in similar circles, so it just don't happen.
It's like, peace out. Good luck with your life.
It's kind of the same thing for me too, but mine was actually like some of my cousins. They say some like super homophobic or racist shit. And before when I was younger,
family got that.
Like when I was younger, I was like able to take it. I was like, oh, okay, it's a joke, whatever. And then eventually, I was like, as we grow older, I was like, yeah, man, this shit's getting fucking stupid. Like, y'all are just the same. You guys say some stupid ass shit. So I was just like, nah, fuck it. So I just don't hang out with. I really just don't hang out with them anymore.
I'm just gonna go ahead and publicly advertise this. Kendrick Lamar on his new album actually has a track specifically dedicated towards this.
Towards what?
Yeah, like family is just like family. Some people are like trans and everything, and at the time, because didn't know any better, tossing out mad F bombs, mad everything. Because again, different age, we're fucking stupid. And then later on, it's like, wow, I was out of pocket. It's my family. Like, this is weird. Like, damn,
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I feel like every family kind of, there's so like with so many fucking people, like the average, it's like impossible for them not to be that person in your family.
No, it's 25.
I don't know that I think I've actually been like really fucking forward with my family, strangely enough. For like there was a point where like I didn't tell my parents that like I was an atheist. There was a point where like I didn't tell them like that I was suicidal, all this shit. And then I was just like, and then at a certain point I was just like, I just told them fucking everything. Wait, what?
Oh, I don't know.
That wasn't the perfect way to stop. No, I mean you could have kept going. Well, to be fair, I guess that would be the last one.
Well, you guys want me to? Okay, how many more do you guys want to do before we actually stop? Because so we could get.
You know what? Let's get 3 rapid. Let's get 3 rapid fires, and let's go back to it.
3 rapid fires? Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
Sure.
And you could pick the numbers just to like save the time of us like figuring it out.
All right. Well, first, okay, let's go. 17. Now that you've grown up and now you're going, what did your parents do that you realized was bad parenting?
Yo, deadass, there's one universal question everybody can ask everybody. How did your parents fuck you up?
I talked back to my mom. My mom straight slapped me over across the face with her right hand and made my nose bleed for me talking back to her. That's true, yeah. Fucking smacking, like actually like real hitting your kids, like for real, for like just what? My mom fucking wound up. Oh, shit. I was just like,
same time.
I think that's the answer.
There's been like 1 or 2 times where I was like, as a kid, I was like, no, I was being a piece of shit. And I was, Like once it's like it puts the fear of God in you, and you're like, oh yeah, no, there's repercussions to my actions.
Yeah, I mean, like it taught me some shit, but also like I think it actually kind of ingrained a little bit, where it's just like even now that sometimes when I get fucking angry, I just want to fucking start fucking putting holes into drywall.
It's full Kyle mode.
Like, Kyle.
I was like, bam. And I was like, this is not a good. I was like, I shouldn't be thinking like this anyway. Like I need a better outlet. But you know, it's
like human shit. It's like it's hard to like control, but like, hey, you know, we all think shit. It doesn't mean that like, so long as we don't do it, act on it. That's different.
Next one.
Manuel.
Same thing.
Same thing. Oh, okay.
33. How often should you change your bed sheets?
So I was never growing up. Fucking ADHD
or wash them at least.
Son, ADHD as fuck. I never even made my bed. So then, now I am trying to make it an effort to like at least semi-regularly wash my sheets. But like, I never even knew that was a thing for the longest time.
I'm not gonna lie. That's one of my things. I hardly ever wash my sheets. I hardly wash any of my bedding. I don't know why. It's laziness. Well, also,
man, putting it back together, taking the fucking cover shit off and putting it back on.
I have to go to a laundromat, so I have to take a bunch of shit to a laundromat. And every so often when I do wash like my blankets and everything crazy, it's like every so often I'll look at the water that's coming out of the wash and I'm like, yeah, I think it needs to go another time. That kind of shit.
I say like every 3 weeks, maybe like every month. Is that
every month? Yeah. Like per Leslie, that is actually what I've been attempting. Like whether it works out or not, that's a different matter.
Yo, my ass keep on forgetting.
Well, because it's like you do your regular stuff, and if it's like a once per month like routine, is way easier to skip or like
I
forget about than
Leslie said her parents shouldn't have had her. Anyways.
Dang.
Yo, gang.
Let's go 30. Let's go 39. Which actor crushed a role so hard that no one else will be able to play that role?
Oh, we know. Wait. Oh shit. There was one specifically, and it's like the person who came after them not after them. After the person who came after them was good. It's a different interpretation, but I feel like maybe it's just the role that kind of like.
I actually think Richard Harris Dumbledore. He's the first one, I believe. I never liked his Dumbledore. He was like old man. I mean, he was very. He's like, oh, he was like, oh, hair. He felt way. He felt like he was dying. Old. Yeah, by the way, Snape is way too old to be cast. I mean, Alan Rickman was. Sorry, because I know everyone loves Alan Rickman. He is way too old for that role. Well, think about it.
Was he too old for that role? How?
Well, think about it. He's supposed to be the same age as Harry's parents, so he should have been like only in his 30s. But like, you could look at Alan Rickman. That dude's like.
Yeah, he looked like he was like in his 40s.
He's like sick. Yeah, you're being nice. That dude looked like he was like 50 or 60. I think he was in his 60s, by the way. But yeah, he was way too old for that casting. But anyways,
I know. Wait, I got my answer. So like originally, I was gonna say Joker from Dark Knight.
No, but, like, I think there's always other Jokers.
But the thing is, like Joaquin Phoenix, did a really great fucking job as just a different interpretation. So it's like that's a role thing. But like I think though, like if somebody like tried to do something, I feel like because of this like setup of the story and everything is you can't have another actor in there. Robert Downey Jr. If you put somebody else in an Iron Man role, people will lose their fucking shit.
Oh, that's true.
Just because there's been people are so used to like multiple years of this.
Iron Man used to be one of my favorite comic books, and I always thought that he had a weird take on Iron Man. I didn't like his Iron Man.
That was solid.
I used to love Avengers West Coast was one of my favorite comics, and I think he was the lead of that. That's what Scarlet Witch was. I remember back in the day. But anyway,
the only thing I might have asked for is more alcoholism. But
for the record, I would say Ian McKellen as Gandalf.
Yeah,
I was gonna say Christopher Lee as Saruman.
That's a good answer too. Christopher Lee as Dracula.
Okay, it's been a week. Have y'all seen fucking Multiverse of Madness?
No, please do not say anything about me and Leslie. Been waiting because when we go to family, we're gonna watch that.
You mentioned Saruman, and I won't mention what.
Did you
why
say
that reminded me of
Saruman?
that. Saruman.
Saruman.
His name is not Saruman.
I don't know. I don't watch these nerd ass
okay.
movies.
It's
But anyway,
okay.
about the
Sure
nerd
has.
ass movie that I watched, it was from a comic book, not adapted from a novel. There, I won't say what was the reference, but there was a reference in there that made me think of that, even though I didn't even like the Lord of the Rings movies.
Fight you. Hello.
It's all good, dog. Fucking
I just not
Manuel.
even that I didn't like them. I
actually-
just like didn't watch
That's
them.
okay.
Honestly,
Some people think that it's mid. That's okay. You
I
know?
just fell asleep. Honestly, I think if it was like a
Hey,
if
that's
I
my
caught
friend.
it in a
My
different
friend's
period, then
Jack
like
Nicholson in most of his movies. I don't know about that either.
Let's see.
I hated The
28,
Shining.
29,
That's for the other day.
35.
I'm sorry. What the fuck did you just say?
The Shining puts me to
27?
sleep. That's my cure for insomnia.
You are the
Wow.
hipster. You are the actual hipster here.
Let's see. Which
You
one
are
do you want? 37?
Manuel is the
40?
biggest contrarian, like
21.
unironic contrarian
21.
I've ever fucking met. I swear to God.
All right. You have a gun to your head and it was told to recite a song perfectly to survive. What song are you singing?
Oh. I'm the son of rage and love, the Jesus of suburbia. Jesus of suburbia. I think that I could do that song, and it's a long song, so that's a weird choice. I know, but I still think
And
that
was like, if I don't forget it, I'm not dead.
Yeah.
Mine
Come on,
is
Billy
probably "Don't Look Back in Anger" by Oasis, and or "Killing in the Name of" by Rage Against the Machine, because it's only like 5
That's
lines.
a simple song. I was about to say that's a simple song.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
okay.
Why would you like go for a difficult song?
I picked
if you have
Jesus
a
of
gun
Suburbia
against
that
your-
has like 10 different segments to it, but okay, just pick Killing the Name of. Fuck you, I won't do what you told me. Anyway, Pleiades.
How about you, Pleiades?
Is this the real life?
I feel like
Bohemian Rhapsody? Okay.
I feel like I would still forget parts of that.
I still do.
I've
I
done
forgot
it
that,
so
but
many
Pleiades-
times in cars
Pleiades
that it's
grew up
just
with
like
it. Pleiades actually grew up with. Didn't you say that was it your mom that listened?
my
to
mom. Yeah, no, my mom loved Queen
Wonderwall.
and Freddie Mercury.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Well,
Well,
that's
that's
pretty
like-
good.
I mean, that would be a default. Like,
Like-
y'all ever notice every single white woman knows the lyrics to Wonderwall?
It's funny because like
It's just like a white girl classic.
Callie started
All
singing.
right, are we
Wonderwall
done, or
and
you guys want to do
Walla
like you guys do one more?
Yeah, let's do 36.
Oh, I guess we just this is the gift. That
There was
keeps
no
on giving.
69.
What is a normal habit you grew up with that turned out to not be normal to the vast majority?
Real talk. This still bothers me because I noticed that like younger members of my family still do this here and there. Like it keeps going on generations, and it pisses me off. It's irrational once I realize what it was. It's a very ghetto Mexican thing to do. I say ghetto slash.
Hey, why are you
Mexican,
saying that?
You'll know when I say it. It's when you put the pots and pans into the oven.
No, everybody does that.
That's
No.
No,
normal.
that's
Okay,
that's
okay,
across.
no,
No,
okay.
that's across.
For me, that was
ethnic
unknown.
thing.
That was not normal
That's
because
I-
Leslie did it.
Here's the thing: it's not even just
That's
the
fucking
Hispanic thing.
annoying.
It is a cross ethnic thing. Like it's multiple like minority fucking immigrant like families. They do that. I didn't
it's
know
funny
that
because
wasn't normal either. I will admit
No,
that. But
every
it's
so
not
often-
just us.
Every so often, people will be like, "Where do you put them?" Then, first of all, there are things called pot holders, like little hooky thingies. If you don't
but
want to
that's
do it
like
there,
extra
you have
space.
cupboards. You have cupboards, and I'm not joking. Like sometimes, like I'll have family members in their cupboards. They'll have like storage shit, like like not things that belong in the kitchen. And I'm like, why aren't the pots and pans in here? But you know how annoying that is. Like, when I was a kid, and it's like I want to bake a cake, but I have to pull out all this shit and then put it somewhere.
Hey, that's
until
me
I'm
at
done.
Leslie's house.
Fuck
That was the first time. That was the first time, actually. The whole the pots
Leslie,
and
Put
like
your pots
in
and
the
pans
pan.
in the cupboards.
I was trying to cook for Leslie, and I was like, "Where the fuck are you guys' pans?" She's like, "It's in the oven." I was like, "The oven's for cooking, not for storing."
Until you like, are you cooking?
But-
are you baking stuff all the time? No.
But-
then
but-
that's just
but
a
the-
waste of space.
But there are times when I wanted to bake, and then I had to take out all the shit from the fucking
that's
oven,
what you
and I was
do,
like,
yeah.
"God damn it!"
Exactly.
And then I have to
You
put them
rarely
all
bake.
back in.
How often do you bake? You rarely bake. Therefore, boom, there you go.
No,
Or, like,
But then but you want it
that.
open so that whenever you do it, you don't have to like take anything out.
Exactly.
Except
It's
the
funny you say that
paint.
there've been times growing up and when I was at other people's houses where they do it, where I've decided, you know what, I'm just not gonna fucking make this frozen pizza. I'm putting these taquitos in the fucking microwave because I'm not gonna like I don't want to take everything out of the fucking oven, that kind of shit.
Oh
damn,
no,
man, you're that
you had to
lazy.
microwave some taquitos. Oh,
By the way,
wait, hold up.
Oh, bad.
Well, that's a perfect example. You don't put shit in the microwave. How often do you use the microwave? You don't fucking put like
very often.
You don't put your
I use
your
it
fucking
pretty
plates.
About?
You don't put
Do
your
not
plates
use
and
the
bowls in
microwave?
there.
What are you talking
Oh, okay,
about?
Manu, you got
I'm saying
But
it's the
then
same idea. Why do you put stuff in there? I don't get it.
No, I use the microwave infinitely more than the oven. The
Yes,
microwave is
I
like
don't
the
know.
main thing that I use.
I
The
use the
oven is,
microwave
like,
more.
Every
That's
once in a
what
while, if I want to make like a roast, but like
I mean,
that's rare.
Anyway, move on because I could.
Yeah, see, yeah.
Mine apparently is peeing in the shower because.
Stop.
No, that's
doing
normal.
that.
I don't trust anybody who hasn't.
I said that it's normal too, but Manuel, some people are just like, Leslie, that's gross. I was like, it's going to the same fucking place.
I don't trust anybody who's never peed in the shower.
I've never in my life, and I swear to God, I've never in my life, except maybe when I was a kid, I just don't remember, but I've never in my life peed in the shower. Except for one time.
That explains. Okay, my statement stands.
No, wait, I wasn't taking a shower. One time I peed in the shower because Morgan had passed out around the toilet and we were just peeing all around her. And then I think at one point, like, I think her boyfriend.
So you peed.
Person was passed out and we were just like peeing everywhere. Like,
I mean,
what?
Pretty much. And it got to the point when I felt weird peeing around Morgan still. So I'm like, I'm gonna go pee in the shower. I just like peed in the shower instead. But I wasn't showering. I just peed in there instead.
You're guilty, you son of a bitch. You did it while you were older, and you're telling people that it was gross.
Well, that was a gross situation. I would never do it again. I didn't want to do that. Just that I felt bad peeing around.
How about you, Pleiades? Since we went off on the tangent on Manuels.
Weird like childhood thing, but I just kind of want to see if anybody else has it. So like, I think I said this before. I was a fat kid, and like so, as a result, like when my parents would give me like Happy Meals and shit, I would actually eat the burger layer by layer, just to make it last longer.
Okay, I get that. I get the reasoning, but that still sounds weird.
I know it's stupid. It makes no sense because it's the same amount of food.
Well, I'm pretty sure. Are you that kind of like? I stopped doing this because I used to have this live-in girlfriend who like would. I'll get to what she did in a second, but I used to eat my food and leave the best morsel for the very end, like the part I knew I would like the most. But I had this girlfriend who would like, how like girlfriends do this normally, but like, I mean, not all girlfriends, like not all girlfriends, but she would like eat shit off my plate. So every so often, she would eat that morsel to piss me the fuck off. So I made it a habit to stop doing that because it'd be like, oh my God, if I save that to the end, I guarantee you she will eat it long before I ever get to it.
I know, Leslie, that's me and my fries. God damn it. I eat my fries last. I'm just kidding, Leslie.
If you have a girlfriend, you just have to accept the fact that whatever you eat is not just for you.
I know
it's now theirs.
Those are the rules. That is the law of the land. What you like get. It's not just yours. You're sharing it. That's just how this shit works. But I had this opposite kind of situation. And like I was just like, why would you save like a bite? That was such a weird concept to me.
Wait, how does piss fuck up your drain? Does the piss like eat the pipes? I'm actually serious.
If you have pipes made out of like plastic, I guess.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, we have something called Drano. I think Drano fucks up. It sounds like Drano will fuck up your plumbing way more than taking a pee.
That's what I was thinking because I'm like, I assume that it has to be a similar pipe that you pee down the toilet, right? Right?
It goes to the same place.
No, it actually does. It does. I know this because I had an occasion where the shit came out of the septic tank.
Oh, that is true.
And it came up through the bathtub.
Oh, gross! Oh,
yes.
Oh, no. If you remember, that's so fucking gross.
If you remember,
right.
There was DTL about a year ago. If you remember, there was DTL about a year ago when I went to go pee and like the toilet overfilled, and then like it came out the tub, and I was like, guys, I'm gonna be late. If you remember that.
Oh yeah. Okay. If you just want me to be done, we go for one more. But if we're done, we're done.
33.
Okay, just fast one. Let's go.
Oh, we already did 33. Okay.
34.
Guess want to do it like, okay, here.
Last one, 40.
What's the worst physical pain you've ever experienced? I pulled my back like a few months ago. Like I was trying to decompress my back by you know how when you get the bars and you kind of like when you kind of do like a dip, but you hold yourself up. And I held my body there, and I felt my back pull, and I tried to stand up, and I couldn't, and I was laying on the floor.
No, yeah, no, there have been times when I've hurt my back. It doesn't matter how, because I don't really remember.
And when I had to
hurt my back, and it's just like, oh, toothaches are the worst though, because toothaches. About it.
When my wisdom teeth was coming through,
but there's like
I think that's probably the worst.
About it. Like
I couldn't sleep.
Yeah,
it fucking hurt so bad.
Take my back. Yeah, I've had toothaches that made me want to die. That I want to die. Like,
yeah, that's true. I was telling Leslie that I wanted to blow my brains out because that thing fucking hurt so bad.
His tattoo.
No, for context, all of this was like multiple days, like 8-hour-long sessions. I fell asleep at multiple points. No. The worst pain that I can think of when I was a kid at a certain point, I don't know how the fuck I managed this, but there was like a little cabinet or something. And like I managed to like get my thumb in between the hinge. And so like, this part of my thumb right here, like past the knuckle was just stuck on there, like in between where the hinge and like the door is. And it was just, like, there was just no getting it out. I freaked the ever-loving fuck
I guess I can stop this timer.
Yeah. All right, boys.
Oh, all right, boys.
Sorry for taking going so long, everybody.
No, that's it was fun. It was fun, but I do find it funny that we stopped at 25 and literally went for another 20 minutes. It's fine.
It's just fun because I just wanted like a conversation between us. This is literally
honestly, I feel like those have been like the best ones.
Yeah.
You know what's kind of funny?
What?
These things kind of work as a podcast, only in the sense that where these are just random topics and we ended up talking about it way longer than we should have.
This is exactly why I've been always like, this is how I've always approached this podcast. This is how I've always done it. It's like, this is just something that gives us a chance to fucking talk about.
I'm going to show off Halloween-chan again because I really like this figure. And this is one of the few figures I won't sell because I like it. Oh, and she wobbles.
I have one too. It's called Can Opener Chan. Can Opener Chan.
Oh shit! It almost fell. Oh wait, it almost fell. Ah shit. Fun fact: I didn't realize until I was like showing it off on the UPZ earlier. She has horns. And I never noticed that all these years. Halloween. She has like she has a pumpkin. Oh, wait, that's not the pumpkin. That's the pumpkin.
Manuel's just like, it's Halloween because she has a pumpkin. It's like, yes, she has horns too, Manuel.
She's also like. She's not wearing much clothes.
Yo, the figure game has really been blowing up lately.
Fun. Like I said, I mentioned this before. That figure is by someone named Bone, BOM, like Bone, but with an M. And I remember I used to see that figure at the local Tower Records, and it was like $15-$20, and I really wanted it, but like I was a kid, so I didn't really have money, like to get it.
So I would keep
it's Halloween-chan by Bome, BOME, and so I really wanted it. I could not find it. And finally, when I was able to go get it, I went there. I think actually I was going to get it. My then girlfriend was going to buy it for me. So we went and it was gone. And
Bowman. Okay, I know what you're talking about. I actually have that was my two big titty figures that I have.
Yeah, I was about to say like I have a lot of other big titty figures. Well, that's not a big titty girl, but I have a lot of other big titty figures by this person. I unfortunately sold a couple. I kind of regret now. But anyways.
Wait, hold on.
And it was about like. I was looking for that figure for the longest time, and I was seeing it on eBay, and they would want a ton of money for it. And then finally, I saw it at Anime Expo, like 2012 or something like that. Oh, okay, you should have blind us now. Okay, thank you.
My bunny girl.
I shouldn't have done that.
And like, I think I ended up paying $50 for it, which is a bit more than I wanted to, but I'm still happy I got it for an okay price. And then I pissed off some of my friends in my group because as soon as I got it, I opened it. I opened it at the convention. I just opened it and put it in my bag like that because I'm like, this is easy to carry. And I knew I was going to open it when I got home. But anyway.
I wish I had freedom instead of a giant cock.
That's me.
Listen, this figure.
Everybody figure out what custom.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go pee.
Okay, good. No, you're good. Because I want to talk about this. I'm trying to just put something over the thing though, because it's I feel like of all the flagrant shit we've showed on here, probably best to like make this a little bit more, I don't know, just appeasable. But y'all, did you see the Tifa figure?
Hold on.
The one where she looks like
I just had to go get a cup.
She's doing the Jocko pose.
The Jocko pose. There you go.
Yeah.
Hydrate. I don't want to hydrate.
I'm
figure in a jar. I'm not putting that figure in a jar.
Jar of Manuel's cum.
I was getting more figures to sell, especially the ones that were open, and I was gonna sell this Chun-Li, but it's like a Chinese Chun-Li, and I'm like, I'm gonna keep it just because it's Chinese, because I'm a China boo. It's also big titty Chun-Li. I don't think Chun-Li really has titties like that, but yeah.
Yes, she does. What the fuck are you talking about?
It's too late. They retconned it. She has big old bitties.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I like how her butt's flat because she sits on this thing. But yeah, that's my Chinese Chun-Li.
The fat displacement is not there in figures.
That's redundant. That is what she is.
I know Chinese Chun-Li. That was a weird way to phrase that.
Yeah, man, just a Chinese Chun-Li when she's actually Chinese. Well, you said something.
Huh? Oh yeah. Isn't that part of her ending where she's like, I'm gonna be a normal girl or whatever the fuck?
I am almost certain it was the exact same maker. Cause like the layout of everything, exact same way. I happened to clip out the exact thing that would get us kicked off.
Oh, the dick.
Yeah.
The dick. I actually found it's funny because Book Off doesn't take cast off figures. I didn't know that. I mean, it sounds obvious, but like when you buy them packaged, you don't see the titties, and these are official ones, like from like Queen's Blade and shit like that. But I have all these kind of rare cast off figures that I don't want to go through the trouble of selling because they're kind of big, and I don't even want to think about shipping them. And I'm like, so yeah, if anyone wants any cast off Queen's Blade figures, let me know.
Motherfucker, I have been here. I've constantly been saying, I am right the fuck here.
It's hard to ship these figures.
I've been telling you, I will pay for shipping. That's what's been driving me so fucking crazy.
Hold on, how do I do this?
Wait, who do you have though?
I mean, I don't know their names. I have the dark elf girl. I have the.
Do you have the blonde one?
Dips.
Yeah, the main blonde girl with the giant titties and short hair.
And immediately I was like, yes, Dips.
No. I want the one the one that looks like a nun.
Oh, I have the nun one too. Actually, I have the nun one over there. Yeah, the nun one. The nun one. I actually moved to get the Chun-Li one.
Black blowjob or something like that.
Okay, well, let me hold on. Look at figures data.
How Sasuke gives what was it? How Sasuke gives Orochimaru blowjobs. Whack.
Oh, I guess this is a little bit different, but.
Oh. Now he's definitely giving the blowjob right there. Oh dang.
Oh,
he's the throat king.
I don't think we can show this. I know it's not actually showing anything, but let's not show.
And that's a clip straight from the anime.
Yeah, it's a clip.
Which actually, this fight, honestly, one of the best Naruto fights, unironically.
What is this? Pleiades? Wait, hold on. Pleiades is to cock as Manuel is to piss.
True.
That's kind of deep. It's kind of deep.
There's a joke in there, but like it's either too easy or too like effort. Can't tell. Yes.
Oh my god! I almost fell out my chair and my life flashed before my eyes.
Out of your chair. How of all the things you spilled so many drinks, but like I don't think you've ever fallen out of your chair.
Fun fact, there was the EPZ. I don't think the EPZ exists anymore because the first 40 episodes we had to delete because of copyright reasons. But there was a UPZ where I fell out of my chair. So it has happened. It was so funny because it was like Nyari when we had a guest on. They're like, "Are you?" I think it was Heidi. Like, "Are you okay?" Because like I like that was back when I was still using a backdrop, and I fell through the backdrop.
That's kind of funny. That's pretty fucking funny.
That's actually impressive.
Manuel's whole green screen went out.
He broke through the dimensions of reality.
He broke through the internet. He's just like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
I wish that clip I don't think the clip exists at all because I think I like edited it out of YouTube, even when it was on YouTube, I guess. But you saw the after reaction, you saw my fucked up backdrop. But I think I even made it a point to delete the original version. I don't think I even have it. Actually, I know I don't.
Hey, Manuel, how dare you? I thought you were shameless, my friend.
I am.
No, he's not. He is not. I know for a fact he's not shameless.
Okay.
Oh dang!
But it's okay.
If somebody else had footage of me falling like that, I would own it. But if I have the power to delete it myself, yeah, no one's gonna see that.
Why? That's
because it's a fucking manual thing to do.
Why deny that?
Okay, you ready?
Who's keeping time? Is it? Did you want to keep time, please? Do you want me to keep time?
You can keep time.
Here, give me a second.
Manual present. Do it or I'll shoot. You did this to yourself. Wait, I can't take a shot. I'll take a shot.
I didn't realize I actually had some of these tickers just going, but yeah.
Shouts to all goth mommies.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Shout out to all goth mommies.
Wait, are we? Did somebody redeem a shot?
Right.
Yes, you want to take it as I start.
All right.
So today's presentation.
1, 2, 3, start.
I already did it. It's So this is on Manuel's comfort RPG games. Basically, this is.
Well, that's cute.
No, I didn't.
No, he did Ultima. That's
not that that's bad. Like I just it sounds familiar.
And the reason why these three consoles were here, by random chance, it turned out that all three of the games are only on the not all three of the games, but all the games are only on the Game Boy, the Genesis, and the PlayStation. Believe it or not, even though I kind of am a Nintendo person today, I actually wasn't when I was younger, except for the Game Boy, I guess. But yeah.
Same.
So, basically, this is the collection of games that I loved growing up. Like I fucking loved them to all hell. I think about them all the time, and I actually had ideas to do DTL separately on a bunch of them, so I'm kind of just throwing them together. Also, this presentation started as some of my favorite game music you never knew, and so there's going to be some game music I'm going to show off later on. Now, this is interesting. I call these comfort games, but it's not really in the way you're thinking. Like, these aren't games I go back to like, you know, except like New Horizons. It's not on this list, but New Horizons is a good example.
Shitty time, and it's just like, you know what? I just kind of want to like not have to think about shit. Just kind of myself.
Yeah, but these games aren't quite that. What these games are more like to me is these are games that I love, and I like to think about. I like to hear music from, or even watch a video or two. But I'm always scared to play them because part of me is like, what if I don't like it? You know what I mean? So I kind of like to leave it in the past. Also,
I didn't put this in my favorite video games, but like,
so this is technically your nostalgia games.
Yeah,
you know
that's a better way to phrase it.
I realize this. Like my favorite game that was a comfort game, Katamari Damacy.
But mind you, at the time, I didn't have many. At the time, I didn't have many games, so I did play them a lot, multiple times back then. Just not now. Anyways, so we'll see if these ever get the full DTL. Anyways, the first one I'm talking about today. Oh, there's no honorable mention.
We have one DTL after this.
Too long. Yeah, the next one's gonna be Legend of Zelda. The first one's Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. So okay, honestly,
what are you, hipster Manuel?
Huh? Jump.
What are you? Are you a hipster man?
Yes, of course.
No, you didn't know you didn't hipster
in that 2 minutes. He claims that everybody else is hipsters somehow.
This is one of my favorite games. A friend of mine gave me this game. He sold it to me, and I'll never forget this. And this is kind of important because like this was like this troubled kid or whatever. Like he lived in a group home, and I think he stole the game from like his group home and sold it to me. And like,
it'd be like that.
But we used to play it a lot, like in the bathroom. Not that bathroom, by the way. This was middle school too, but not that bathroom.
Y'all playing in the bathroom now?
But we used to play.
He's like, I'm playing. He's like, press my A button.
But anyways, I used to play. I have a lot of weird memories like that. Also, I met one of my best friends. I met one of my best friends because of this game. There's a puzzle very early on.
Those are one of my favorite things.
I'm gonna get to that. How that's not great. Okay. There's a puzzle very early on that like he was stuck at, and I was stuck at too. Yeah, it is Rat Boy. And I was talking about the puzzle. I was talking about the puzzle to a friend, and he's like, "Wait, that's how you beat that? I've been stuck on there for a year." And then like he beat it the next day. Like, oh my god! And then we became good friends, and like now he's a crooked cop. Like he's an asshole racist.
And you taught him how to beat it, and then like y'all became friends.
And now he beats he beats minorities like as a cop. Yes. Yeah.
There you go.
I'm not even joking about that, but anyway. But yeah, this is my very first Zelda game, sorta. I did play the NES ones, but I didn't like them as much as this because
I feel like you would have had to been like older to like actually enjoy those kind of.
And this one's still my favorite by far. I don't like the remake, by the way. I think the remake, the more I sit on the remake, the more I'm like, I don't like the graphics. Like, why redo a game and then give it like
drink
not modern graphics? Anyway,
mean? It's like it's just like stylized. I mean, that's like saying like that's like what people argued about Wind Waker when it came out.
Anyway, and they also added like nothing to the game itself. I didn't notice. I didn't realize this was a GIF. Like, you got Marion. Is this your big chance? Marion, by the way, is the best Legend of Zelda girl. Get the fuck out if you don't agree.
She's not.
Yeah, she really is.
She's not.
The music is amazing. The characters. I love this game.
That's
so
great,
much.
But she's not a gremlin like Linda.
Back in the day, even though the game had 3 save files, I would delete my save file and just start again. Like, and I could beat this game like in 6 hours. Like something like that. Not even that long. It's a kind of a shortish game. And if you know what you're doing.
I mean, it's for the Game Boy, so I mean,
yeah.
And also, like the one that you're showing right now, that's actually Link Awakening's DX. Mm-hmm. That was the one that they redid for the Game Boy Color, I think, right?
Yeah. Now I'm gonna play a bit of this opening part.
Hell yeah.
Oh, hold on. Ah, shit. Hold on. I need to play it. I need to go back a little. That was okay. Well, what? Gotta be careful. Hold on. Sorry, it started at the wrong part. Okay. I used to play the game just to get to the scene because I love this scene when it gets his sword. We'll play the owl part because this video is too long for me to skip it. But basically, watch the scene when he gets the sword and listen to the way the music changes. This still kind of gives me chills. It did when I was like fucking like 8 years old or whatever old I was playing this. You'll see. Whoever's playing this, press the A button faster, please. Anyways, just bear with it.
Hold on, it's hella loud though.
Oh, it is? Sorry.
But it's just a little lower?
Oh, wait. No, well, you gotta hear the good.
Okay, that's okay.
Circles. This is the part. And he kills that thing. Still love that part. And then it goes to that. Oh, I didn't play earlier, but the Zelda theme doesn't play until here. That's cool. Also, that thing he kills, you don't have to push it that far out. And I like that this person who did this long play did. I used to always push that thing just far enough out so when I picked up the sword, it would die when he spun it. Anyway, love that game.
That is great though. Like the way they introduce it is immediately like
let's say drink.
To do the thing.
I missed it.
The next one I'm talking about is Phantasy Star 2. Look at that US box.
Did you actually play Phantasy Star 1 by chance?
I did. I did have a Sega Master System that a friend of mine gave me, and I eventually found Phantasy Star 1. I still have that Master System, by the way. And I eventually found.
I've never seen a Master System in my whole fucking life.
And I found Phantasy Star 1 for the Master System at Goodwill, complete in box, and I sold it about like 15 years ago because I had a girlfriend who was making me sell all my games, and I got an okay price for it at the time. But yeah, I still regret that. Anyway, I mean, I probably would sell it now, but now I would have made a ton more money. I didn't know it. Anyways.
Oh, yeah.
This was the very first game I ever bought from a Funko Land catalog. Like, I was still a kid.
Oh, yo, shout out to Funko Land. Oh, that's a throwback. Yep. Hell yeah.
Like, I was still a kid, but I had my mom ready to check and everything like that. I had saved up money, or maybe it was for a gift. I don't remember anymore. They sent me a shit copy. I'll never forget that, but whatever. And I paid like $30 for it at the time for a kid in like 1993. That was a crap ton of money. So anyway, this was also one of the first games I ever researched as a kid. Like, as in, like, I saw it in magazines. I would read other magazine articles about it. I would talk to friends who had played it and so on. Now it's very, very grindy. Basically, I have a lot of memories of just playing it, like, you know, for like hours on end. I loved it though for some reason. Like, even though like you would think you wouldn't like the grindy stuff, it got to the point when I would hear like the battle themes, the town themes, the overworld themes so many times. I used to invent lyrics to the songs. I don't remember what they were, but I remember I used to do this, and like I would sing them even like out loud, and my mom would be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" You know, kind of thing. Also, this game has the distinction that I had that moment when my mom was like yelling at me one day. She unplugged the Sega Genesis when I was playing it.
Oh, that's traumatic as fuck.
Oh, yikes! Yep.
And I knew she was gonna do it, and I was trying to like rush to save, and I couldn't in time.
Time to fight with your mom.
Yeah, it's like, oh hell no, hold on, you better try to catch these hands. Anyway,
Chancla? Jesus Christ.
Also, if you ever see my desktops at home, the picture from Nay, that's Nay right there. But that's a really bad US rendition. She's very anime in the game. Nay is my icon for like, you know, my Windows profile or whatever. And also, this game got me into emulation because like this was like the first game I ever emulated like in my life because I wanted to play it as I got older. And I think there was a period where I just didn't have access to my Genesis games. Like I think I still had this cartridge until I sold it also with Phantasy Star 1. Anyway, but yeah.
Dang.
Fun fact. So, in case you don't know, this series still exists. This is like Sega. This is a first-party Sega RPG
Phantasy Star
series.
Online, or is that, or do you mean something else?
Yeah, but ever since Dreamcast, it's been an MMO thing. I think now it's Phantasy Star Online 2 or something like that. It's the one that's out right now. But yeah. Also, getting the games like back when they were out then was always an ordeal because like I remember when Phantasy Star 4 came out, that game retailed for $100. I'm not making like that's
like
that's
on
what
release.
Cartridge games used to cost. Yeah, that's what cartridge games used to cost sometimes. Not all the time, but because it was like a big cartridge that needed special chips. Like I think Donkey Kong Country was $100 also when that first came out, or it was like 80 or something like that. It was like more than a normal game. Anyway, but yeah, I also I have all these stories about getting them and whatever. Oh, also I'll never forget that there was a video game article. Remember I mentioned that research I did where the author of one of the articles said that the boss gave him nightmares, and that's the boss.
Like
gave him nightmares.
Shit.
Exactly, like little bitch.
I don't want to hear that. I want to hear whatever reviewer played Echo the Dolphin. I want to hear what nightmares that motherfucker got from the last
also
Echo the Dolphin. Yo, that game was
every Phantasy Star game has you fighting a big bad called Dark Force or Dark Falls, depending on who's translating the game. But PS2 Phantasy Star 2 had the interesting thing where there was this computer called Mother Brain that turned a desert planet turned a desert planet into like a paradise, and it had a very Dune. Oh, by the way, spoiler alert! If you don't know how the Dune series goes on, Dune becomes a green planet. Anyway. Spoiler alert for the rest of the Dune series. But,
what the fuck? I didn't know. Oh man, you son of a
I just spoiled those. If they ever get to Dune 5, or Heretics of Dune, then yeah, Dune's a paradise. Anyway. But yeah, this game ate up a ton of hours of my life back then, like especially with grinding. I loved it. There's also a PS2 remake that has a fan translation, and yeah. Now here's the boss battle with Thanks to Love. Look, he's fighting fire ants.
Bigger found by
But yeah, see how easy it is to make up lyrics to songs like this? There's something that can be said about Japanese
melody.
That's true.
That's kind of like melodies back then, because they were so limited, they had to be catchy. Was the thing.
There was a thing I remember reading about Japanese music, and I've always thought this is true, that like back in the early days of games, like when you'd have a Japanese video game composer, they would look that, oh, we only have 4 to 6 channels. I guess I'll make it sound like a band, like, you know, a drum track, a bass track, and some like lead instruments. But when a US composer would hear it, like, oh, I'm gonna try to make this sound like an orchestral thing, and it'll sound like shit. You know what I mean? Like it's a movie soundtrack. And I think that's always the different approaches that, you know, and now it's kind of just everything just sounds kind of orchestral now. But yeah, I love this game. Also, it's worth noting that you see these graphics, they're pretty cool. They're like animated. You see them actually hit the monsters. This came out the same time, actually a little before Final Fantasy 1 came out in the US. So think about that, how crazy it is to see like these kind of graphics were out at the same time. Once again, actually, a year before.
I mean,
Final
honestly,
Fantasy 1.
this kind of isn't that what Dragon Warriors kind of like first like early interface was kind of like.
Yeah, but
like in terms of like a POV type of like thing like when you get into combat.
But that's Nay, by the way. That's the one I mentioned earlier. That
nice.
is my
the ring.
Anyway, next one I'm going to talk about is Final Fantasy Legend 2. Now, this game was a lot of firsts for me. I know I talked about Zelda earlier, but this was probably the very first RPG I ever played in my life. And it's crazy if you know what the Saga series is, because that's a fucking weird-ass way to get into RPGs.
I don't know that I played this game, but when you said Game Boy, I played one of the Final Fantasy Legend games. And I was just like, that was actually really fucking good. Like I will
gonna claim this. Also,
I know, right?
I accidentally bought the Japanese version of this game at a swap meet. Actually, I owned that one before I owned the US one. It's called Saga 2, by the way, and it's written in English, like with Roman characters, like Saga 2. And I bought it thinking it was a game. And I get home, I'm like, what is this? I didn't know what Japanese was. I'm like, what is this like Chinese language? Because I'm stupid and racist, like 10-year-old. But
oh yeah, we're stupid. I mean, you just have to say that, stupid kids.
But I did eventually get the US version. Also, the copy of the version I bought, because I also bought it used from like a swap meet, I think. The copy I had a game save at the end, so I actually spoiled the ending for myself because I beat the last boss. I'm like, oh, so that's how the game ends. And then I restarted the whole thing. And I'll never forget that when the
real journey is.
Yeah, I'll never forget when I restarted the game. It took me forever to get to the end for real on my own because this game's hard. It's very hard. Fun fact: this game's actually re-released. Like this is part of the collection of Saga. I think that's what it's called on the Switch. But anyways, I've rebought this game like 3 times. There was a DS remake that's only in Japan, but it has a fan translation, and I played the fuck out of that. And yeah, it was. Oh, by the way, even though technically this isn't a Final Fantasy game, this was also for sure the very first Final Fantasy game I ever played. So, the story is actually really good. You're this boy, and your dad is like this Indiana Jones-esque character who goes on an adventure and never comes back. It's like he went out for milk and never came back. And
he went to get cigarettes.
So you and your 3 friends decide you're gonna go find him. And along the way,
that's the worst idea.
You start collecting these crystals called magi, these crystal balls, and it turns out these crystal balls are giving some people the power of gods. And like they're ruling certain parts of like the universe is like on this big tree, and they're like ruling certain parts of it. Like you fight Odin, Apollo, Venus, Ashura, and so on. And yes, you kill gods in this game. Fun fact: Final Fantasy Legend 1 is the very first RPG where you kill God. You literally go and kill the creator at the end of that game.
I love how that's just become a fucking JRPG trope.
Yeah,
you go fight God.
But in this one, you kill all the gods, not just one. But yeah, also there's a very funny plot where you smuggle bananas because in the original version they're smuggling opium and then they censored it for the US. Yeah, so bananas are going around secretly. Also, the soundtrack is done by Nobuo Uematsu, the Final Fantasy guy. Yeah. Also, Kenji Ito did some of the songs. He's the guy who does like the Mana and the Saga series. I think Kenji Ito is still with Square today. Nobuo Uematsu isn't. Yeah. Anyways, honestly, it's my first RPG. It's weird that I started here, and that's the box art to the Saga 2, not the cartridge, but just to show you what the title look like. I actually bought that from Pat the NES Punk at the SoCal Retro Gaming Expo. He had a box copy that he was selling for like $10. I was so excited I bought it. It's just wild that I bought it from him. I bought his copy. Anyway. Oh yeah, and I played all the series. And I think there's a current Saga game called Saga Scarlet Graces. And fun fact,
does Saga actually stand for anything?
No, it's just Saga.
I was wondering.
They just spelled it all weird.
Yeah, they just spelled it weird. Our homie Kaylee is a voice in Saga Scarlet Graces. So yeah, just thought that was interesting to note.
Cool. Yo, shouts to her. Hell yeah.
Here's the boss song, which the whole soundtrack's amazing, but this boss song sounds way too good for a Game Boy game. Oh wait, hold on. Before I play it, if you have earphones on, like I don't know if this will come through on because I'm playing it here, but if you had earphones on, like on the Game Boy, even on the old Game Boy, it would do this shit where like a sound would be on the right, then in the middle, then on the left, the middle, and the right. Like it sounds so awesome.
Oh,
like
shit, say
true stereo.
But don't drink it.
But see what I mean with like a band? But yeah, there's this scene in the game where Venus is one of the gods you kill, and she wants to get this girl that she wants to marry, this other boy who like they're both the prettiest in the land, but she loves other guy who lives in like the ugly city because like they're all like he has a fucked up leg or some shit, and Venus is forcing them to get married, and he shows up. He's like, I'm gonna stop this the fucked up leg guy. He shows up, and then the girl's like, I love him, I want to marry him, and Venus is like, fuck you, and then the girl cuts her face so that they end up getting married, and then of course your party who's just sitting there watching all this, then they decide they're gonna jump in, and they're all like, Venus, you've gone too far, and they fight Venus, and there's another song called Burning Blood, which I don't have here, but it's like the song
That's dope.
play.
That's a dope ass fucking song name.
The song itself is cool too. It's basically the song. Is this? Let me see. This is Burning Blood, actually. No, that's something else. Battle theme. No. Okay, whatever. Go listen to Burning Blood on your own. It's just a really cool song they play when like shit's going down before the boss battle happens.
Ooh, so it's like the interlude.
Yeah. So the next game talking about is Shining Force. So I stole this game. Me and my friend stole this game. We went to a KB toy store, and we stole 2 games this day. And can't prosecute now, and KB don't exist. So anyway, we went to this KB and we stole this game and a game called Beyond Oasis, which is another action RPG for the Sega Genesis. I'll never forget that we really wanted Shining Force. And I personally had stolen Beyond Oasis, and the story's important for I'm going to tell you in a second. I'm not just going on about my thieving exploits. And we wanted the game Shining Force because of this cover. But it was a hard way to steal it because it was like behind a counter. So basically, me and my friend, we had to like do this whole system. We had to distract the employee, and we stole it. And I stole the game. My friend actually went back and stole the manual because he thought we really needed it, and we stole the game. But this began.
But he already had a manual.
Shut up. This became a long-running thing where basically we had that comic book situation. Remember the Bart Simpson, like the Radioactive Man comic book they all put in money for?
That's
because
cool.
Then we argued for about like 2 years about who owned this game. Obviously KB owned it, but
you're like, I stole it, I own it. Simple facts.
This was definitely the very first strategy RPG I ever played. It's also probably the first console RPG game I ever played, period, especially for the Genesis. And as a matter of fact, I played this game. It was still kind of new. It's like 1994-ish when I played it. There was no Final Fantasy Tactics yet. Fire Emblem had not come out yet. So all the tactics games were like this, where you had a party of 12. And I hated what Tactics did to what Final Fantasy Tactics did to the tactics genre, because it made them hold on.
Ever
no,
known.
This is real because it became a tiny party of like 5 people, and I hated that. Like, that's not tactical anymore. You're just moving your party around. That's not an army kind of thing.
It's tactical, manual. That's 5 guys fighting a whole bunch of other
burgers
dudes.
and fries.
Like Fire Emblem,
like
Fire Emblem would have 10. This one would have 12.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you gotta have an army.
That we call army.
This guy is a thing. What the fuck are you talking about?
In case you don't know, this is a long-running series. If it's not Shining,
but Manuel does like tactics though. So
it's I like it too. Don't get me wrong.
You say hate. I feel like when you say hate, I feel like sometimes you actually just mean like this is a thing that I may not ideally.
I think it's what he did say he didn't like about. Yeah, that's true.
Because he said he hated what tactics said. Like you don't hate that shit if you actually played it though.
There's a whole Shining series. There's even a whole. They have RPGs, action RPG, strategy RPGs, dungeon crawlers. There's even an anime based on the Shining Tears spinoff.
Shining Tears?
Yeah.
I didn't even know. Oh, damn. Okay.
What's the
best like anime adaptation of a video game that's happened?
I like
is it Persona?
Sorry for the other day. Oh, I hate the Persona anime.
I think that might be like the best adaptation because all the other ones seem to suck.
Anyway,
I like
this
Fatal
game
Fury.
Good one.
This game sees the Kingdom of Guardiana being invaded by the army of Runefaust, and they have a big bad named Kane.
Oh,
and you play as Max.
Big Daddy Kane.
Big Daddy Kane.
He gathers like a rebel force that he calls the Shining Force, and basically it turns out that you have to fight an evil bigger bad named Dark Soul, who are trying to revive a people called the Dark Dragon. So
Dark Soul.
I didn't want to. I wanted to show a different scene, but you see, like this girl reading the book, you would see this every time you would load up the game. Like she's like reading the book, and then she's like, "Oh, who are you again?" And she would load up your save file. That whole scene and the song it plays,
cool. I like that.
Fucking so nostalgic. I'll never forget like playing this like at midnight, and hearing this thing and this elf girl's like reading the book or whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, when people used to ask me what my favorite game was when I was younger, this would be the thing. This would be, I always say, Shining Force.
How much friends did you have as a kid?
I had a lot of friends.
That's surprising.
I had Rat Boy. I had the friend I stole this game with. I had the friend I stole Wild Arms with. Anyway.
The guy you stole Wild Arms with is a different guy? That's funny.
Believe it or not, that wasn't the same guy I stole this game with.
Okay.
We knew each other, but he wasn't there. Like, it was a different thieving friend. Anyway, in case you're wondering, I did eventually sell this game, unfortunately, with that fucking same ex-girlfriend. But I did come to own it. Like, I think I ended up giving my friend like $10 to shut the fuck up, So yeah, technically, I guess I paid for it.
When was this?
Ages ago. Like, well, not that long ago. This was like probably like, at the point when I gave him the money, we were already like in high schoolish. So it was probably like 99, I think. It wasn't that long ago, but longer enough.
Robot that traveled through time in Aqua Teen Hunger Force. When you say that.
So, anyways, here's another boss song because I fucking love boss songs. But this one, I think this song's actually called. Yeah, it's called the Battle at the Big Circus because you fight this marionette thing. But yeah,
hit.
A little lower, Manuel. Just a little bit.
Those drums are a little loud.
A little. You can put it up a little bit more, like midway. There you go.
By the way, Sonic Team made this game.
Oh, what?
Or like not like
climax
necessarily like Yuji Naka, I'm guessing.
Wait, my favorite part's coming up in a second.
Drink before that part comes up.
Wait for the counter melody. Hold on. I love this song. Anyway, great game, great music. All these games. Oh, look at Sonic the Hedgehog down here, and Sonic CD, and Splatoon. What is on my thing? Anyway. Oh shit! I gotta speed it up. I forgot I had this game in here. So,
this is based off an actual like story, right?
Yeah, this is a 2-for-1 though. Suikoden and Vandal Hearts. So basically, these were the first. I think these were the first 2 RPGs for the PlayStation 1. There was also like Beyond the Beyond, but that game sucked. But these came out before Final Fantasy VII, and I played them before Final Fantasy VII. And so basically, the Suikoden series, it's somewhat overlooked, but I think now it's kind of popular because they have the Eiyuden Chronicle game, which by the way,
it has like a cult following. Like it's definitely like less out there.
Vandal Hearts actually has 2 sequels. I forgot about the PS3 version, but there's 2 sequels. Vandal Hearts is a tactical RPG, and Suikoden is weird because Suikoden it's an RPG, like a normal standard RPG, but it also has like these big army battles, like rock paper scissors type battles, and also one-on-one fights. Oh yeah, basically Suikoden reminded me a lot of Uncharted Waters because it had these different gameplay elements and so on. Also, as far as as far as my like random history of strategy RPGs go, Vandal Hearts is pretty much the last what I consider proper strategy RPG, because it came out about 2 years before Final Fantasy Tactics, and then once Tactics came out, they even lowered the number of people that were in Fire Emblem games. So like you never had a big army of people in strategy games ever again.
Too many units.
Also, I wanted to point out Suikoden. It's the Japanese title of The Water Margin, or Outlaws of the Marsh. I did a whole DTL on that.
I remember this. That was actually a really nice thing. If you can't put it in the fucking doobly-doo.
I will. Also, I find it weird that Eiyuden Chronicle is the spiritual successor. I'm like, you guys know that Suikoden's not copywritten because it's like word.
Public. It's like the Odyssey.
It's like exactly that's the perfect example. I'm like, they could have just made another Suikoden game. Anyway, so both games are also weird because they had very dark storylines. Like they both had like endings that weren't like nothing really wrapped up. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was still like, oh yeah, the world's fucked. Have fun, you know, kind of thing.
Relatable.
Also Suikoden. Well, both of them dealt with wars going on in these kingdoms, and both of them played it really real. Like people would die, and it wasn't like there were a lot of deaths in Suikoden that like if you fucked up, your characters would die forever. Like kind of.
Oh, so this is like straight up Fire Emblem shit. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Like if you're fighting those war battles and you sent them against someone they were weak against, they could die and never come back. And Vandal Hearts had blood. It's a strategy game, but when you would attack, all this blood would splurt out of them. And both these games, I used to play them with all hell. They were really cheap. I remember they cost $20 because they were like kind of clearance at Toys R Us. And I used to get like $20 like allowance, not allowance, but like kind of like a monthly allowance. And I bought each of these games like one after the other and played them to all hell.
Yeah. Like
also,
did you have to ask your parents for that, or did they just give it?
I had to ask.
I did the same thing.
Also, Vandal Hearts had the main character's name is Ash, like the Evil Dead and all the blood. I used to love that whole thing. And I used to always think it was a very PS1-y take on Shining Force. Suikoden is funny because Suikoden, without me knowing it, was the first time I'd ever been aware of Chinese classics.
Really? Also, were you aware that they were like innately Chinese classics, or is it just like, oh, you realized later on that they were rooted in Chinese classics?
To be fair, this was around the time. Well, I had the strategy guide to Suikoden, and it mentioned it in the strategy guide. This was around the time when I was first like learning about the internet and looking up shit at school, so I eventually found out. There's a dice game in Suikoden called Chinchirorin. It's that one with 3 dice in a bowl. Me and my friends would play this in real life, like just for fun. And we would either bet quarters or just do points. We used to play this game for real.
That makes sense.
Okay, now this is the ending to Vandal Hearts. So spoiler alert. But I just want to show you how dark it was.
Yo, what the fuck? You're spoiling this whole ass. Wait, these? Wait, is this for the PlayStation?
Yes. Look how dark this shit is.
Znali da djeci treba mir, dusza u igri puna snage.
Wait for it. It sounds okay, like the Back to Democracy, but hold on. This is the good ending, by the way. This is my favorite line.
It's pretty good.
The one coming up, not that part. Ultimately, not much changed since before the war started.
I mean,
these are the characters, by the way. Also, the main character dies. That's Ash, he dies. Also, spoiler alert for Suikoden, when that game ends, your best friend who's his tactician has his moment on his deathbed where he's all like, I always wanted to have peace, but in being a tactician, I've taken more lives than any normal person ever could. And it's like this whole moment that he dies. So both these games were so weirdly dark at the end.
That's actually very well written.
I know. It's
because that's the only way you could ever like try to achieve it in a realistic way in that period. You know,
you should that's kind of like because it's a tactics game too. Fuck, even tactics was just like, yeah, no one knows who Ramza is. He's just the hero. That's just like,
that's kind of like the ultimate like encapsulation of war, right? Like war is hell, and then it's like no one's even ever fucking Breath of Fire, hell yeah!
Yes, I just watched a little documentary thing on it.
The only one I ever played was Breath of Fire 2.
So here's the last
3 and 4 is tight. Especially 3. 3 is fucking sick.
Honestly, I could talk about 4 forever because 4 is very Chinese based and it has full Lu. It has like anyways.
Oh yeah, they have full Lu. Yes. Okay.
So anyways, this is an interesting one. I bought this game because I wanted a good RPG, and I remember like I bought it because I was kind of bored with whatever I was playing. But this game had pretty bad reviews back then.
Really?
The OST of this game is fucking great too.
Oh, so anyways,
continue.
That's actually funny because a lot of people hated the OST. Like people would be like, "Oh, what's this sound?" Because it's very jazzy. Honestly, I think that the people were just having their Final Fantasy VII, like nonsense because everybody was comparing 7. In the US. I think they came out kind of. I think it was different in Japan, but still, it doesn't matter. This came out after 7, so of course everyone's going to compare everything to 7 if it's an RPG.
It's anytime something comes out and it hits. Don't get
me wrong. I love 7, but I think I have more individual memories with Breath of Fire 3. Fun fact: I had 2 big playthroughs of this game in my life. The first one was on the PS1 when I had this one particular girlfriend, and then the other time was when it came out on the PSP. Only in Europe though, but I imported it, and I played a playthrough with another girlfriend. And fun fact, she's the one who made me sell my game, so I don't know if that's too memorable. But anyways, also, get a little toasty. Also, I call this game Boffy. That's like my little thing for it because BOF 333 III. I call it Boffy. That's my little pet name for this one, Boffy. Yeah. Ray, Tipo, and Ryu. This is a picture of like that.
Hey,
that's Ryu. That's Ryu and Ray at the bottom, but Tipo is
kind of weird.
Other little boy. Basically, all the games have a character named Ryu, and in case you don't know, Ryu in Japan means dragon.
And then that one girl too. They actually have like it's just Nina. They have Nina, and then they always have the rendition of like of Ray too.
Of Ray, Cray, and like other so sort of like Tiger Man or Tiger Person.
It's like a tiger dude, yeah.
Also, Breath of Fire 3 had a lot of mini games. Like not mini games is the right word, but like sub games almost. You could basically raise a fairy village to get like other items, shit like that. There was also a really deep fishing mini game thing. And
the fishing game was hella fun.
How fucking deep could a fucking fishing game be?
It's pretty tight.
Like, it was.
It was still hard. It was pretty hard though.
They would keep track of what you caught, how big it was. There was even a store you could go to in the fish because like there's these fish people within the universe, and you could catch one of them with the coin, and he would sell you special shit. Also the story's in 2 parts. Like first is little boy Ryu, and then there's a time skip, and you play as adult Ryu. That's a picture of adult Ryu, by the way.
I mean, all right, that does kind of make sense.
Yeah. What kind of
this game was kind of long. Not gonna lie.
It was.
Those are like the best games back then. When you were fucking broke, you wanted shit that would last you like multi hours.
Look, Ray is a grown ass adult, and he's even more grown ass adult when you meet him later too.
Like now, he's still a little kid. Jesus Christ, if this takes more than like 20 hours, I'm upset, kind of. But back then, that was fucking bread and butter. That's how you get through a summer.
Oh, drink, my bad.
I remember this is kind of the picture on the right here. You go to kill this monster called the New that's terrorizing the village, and then you come to find out. Yeah, and then you come to find out that
never mind.
No way.
You come to find out that this monster was just trying to feed the kids. Not only were they trying to feed the kids, the kids were long dead. And then this scene kind of stuck with me. It's kind of sad, and it's like, oh shit.
Yeah, that was like, especially when you're a little kid too. You're like, oh fuck.
I'm the first time you hear anything negative in a game when you're a kid, and it's not just like I'm a plumber jumping on Goombas.
I did mention earlier that Breath of Fire 4 has that Chinese-esque like villain kingdom, and also there's like the other dragon there, like the big bad of that game is like Folu, like this Chinese guy, well Chinese-ish guy.
Great.
But yeah, we'll save that for another day. Oh, did I mention this game's by Capcom?
Capcom.
Yeah, believe it or not, there was a point when they didn't do just fighting games.
They have
they took this game back, and it was a fucking mobile game, and fuck them for doing that bullshit.
I mean, they did actually wind up making decent Resident Evil games again, which is something that I never expected them to actually do again.
Like I said, they made Monster Hunter good. They made Monster Hunter.
By the way,
that's a game.
I couldn't think of what to show, but that's Ryu right there, like this dragon form.
Now you're gonna show him naked right now, in a little bit.
Oh, you see his butt.
I mean, between that and Aaron, hey.
Oh, that's true.
But look how cute he is, the way he walks.
Oh, he's a little baby dragon.
But yeah, you can kind of get a feel for some of this song isn't that unusual, but a lot of the songs are very like jazzy, funky, you know.
You should show the world map. Is really.
Look, there's Ryu's butt.
That's how it is.
The woman's about to eat it.
His ass.
Ahead of his
that's
time.
Ray, by the way. And actually, of all the songs, of all the times I don't show a fucking. Well, he kind of get the feel for the soundtrack here, this song especially.
Yeah, it is very jazzy, and it's so good. I don't know why people didn't like it.
Jazzy.
That funky bass. But yeah, anyway, honestly, there's no one key moment to show in this game, so it's kind of hard to like find something. And I don't want to spoil the bosses. This is a great game. You should really play this one. Play them all, but you know. Yeah, that's it. Conclusion.
My friend said, drink your last drink.
I had enough games to add to more. This went on way longer than I thought it would. And yeah, anyways, I feel like I knocked out about 6 DTLs right now just in one. And there you go. Maybe we'll come back to this. I don't know. Talk to me about this later.
I'm gonna say like how like 6 in 1. I mean, like, what do you mean like for later times?
Because we only have one DTL left after this.
I know. Anyway, next DTL is the last one. Let's go. Symphony of the Night, and if you're paying attention, Sword of Hope 2 were also some of my honorable mentions. They were in the 2 intro and outro slides. I just didn't have time to talk about them. There's way more. Those are just, and I didn't realize until writing this presentation, that almost all of them, like I said, are Game Boy, PS1, and Genesis. That's kind of weird when you think about it.
Like when you were a kid, like those are the consoles you had the most access to, right?
Exactly. Anyways, that's it and done.
No, it makes sense. I mean, hey, there you go.
I want to be
nasty.
Well, yeah. You know what that means?
What does that mean? Wait, who's going to be on the last one then?
Matt's coming back.
Hey!
Oh yeah, brilliant. Yeah, Molly was gonna be on tonight, in case anyone was wondering, but I guess she was gonna do something related to her cosplay, and it didn't come in time.
Okay.
I mean, hey, there you go.
Oh, look, Angie's going to go see. Angie's seeing Twice right now.
Twice? What do you mean Twice?
The band Twice, or the K-pop.
The Koreas.
Sorry, I went on Twitter like I do in a lot of these streams. Remember when we were live reacting to Cat on the Deep Drink Talk World? But yeah.
We like your drip, Cat. No, I was gonna say. Time to play Breath of Fire 3 on stream.
Is there anything like special, especially like planned for the last one by chance?
No.
I'm not gonna lie.
No, it's funny you say that. Because there's a particular presentation I hope everyone forgot, so that you guys can be surprised by it, that I've been working on for a while, that I said I wasn't doing the last episode, because like Molly suggested it, but you probably don't remember what it was. And I'm like, I'm gonna wait till we're done, because that's a nice one to close out on. It's one that she's actually said I should have done like a long time ago.
It's about big booty stitches.
No idea what the fuck this is about, but like this sounds very interesting.
Unfortunately, the next DTL won't be happening until after Fanime because I think the next one scheduled should be on Fanime, and we're definitely not doing that, obviously. So yeah.
When is the next Fanime? Well, never mind. Next Friday, we're doing still
next
Drink Talk
Friday's
Roll?
Drink Talk
DTR.
Roll. Yeah, we're still doing
Okay.
that. And then the weekend after that, it's Fanime, which should be the Drink Talk Learn, but it's Fanime.
Okay, that makes sense.
Manuel steals. Don't take the. You guys are mean.
I'm gonna set this up. Just want to pop this in here first.
I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
I was gonna say, go ahead and go use the bathroom if you absolutely have to.
How is Suikoden trademarked in America? I'm sorry, that's a patent troll bullshit.
Do you? I mean, listen. Are you not aware of Disney?
No, but
you can absolutely.
That's like trademarking the Bible.
Like I said, Disney.
Suikoden literally is 1,000-year-old. Like, it means something. It's not just a term. You know,
Yes.
it's a title.
Yes.
And it's a title that the person who wrote it has been dead for about 800 years.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like I said, yes, all of those things you were saying are correct. That doesn't mean that that's not also like possible for somebody to do like law fuckery around.
Yeah, by the way, in case you want to be more upset at them, that's a Konami franchise, Suikoden is. And you can get on their cases. Like, funny enough, almost every game I mentioned, except for the Final Fantasy one and the fucking Link's Awakening one, they're by companies that you don't expect do RPGs. Like Konami has Suikoden and Vandal Hearts. Capcom has Breath of Fire, and I guess Sega used to do non-Sonic shit, and yeah, they have Phantasy Star and Shining Force or Shining.
Honestly, somebody said this, and like I just had the comment. It's just like anytime Sega does anything right with Sonic, it's like an accident. Anytime they intentionally try to do something with Sonic, it fucks up. And anytime they're just like they do anything correct, it feels like it's just completely by fluke.
When Capcom used to explore other genres of stuff, Square stuff used the same thing as well. PS1.
Wait, what?
Oh no, what Weston's mentioning about how like when Capcom and Square used to explore other genres. It's funny because Square used to do like shit like Bushido Blade that we mentioned. That's like that weird.
Bushido Blade, hella fun.
Yeah,
I think
where
did it come back? I feel like it did.
I don't think so. There's only 2 of those, right?
There's only Bushido 1, Bushido Blade, and then Bushido Blade 2.
And they also did Einhander, however you pronounce it. It's that shooting game. It's like
I know what you mean.
Einhander is the side scroller
shooter. It's like 3D.
You could change yourself into black and white.
Yeah.
Wait, and then you have to absorb. The enemies shoot color like black or white. Like
and then
that shit was fucking tight. That was a really interesting concept. That game was fucking hard though for me.
Ergeist. Yo, that's what I thought you were talking about. Was Ergeist.
Those used to confuse me when I was younger. Ergeist is a fighting game.
It wasn't even that good of a fighting game, but like
Tobal number 1.
Tobal number 1.
Yeah.
There actually was a Tobal number 2. In case you didn't know that, it was only in Japan.
So like while this loads up, I just have to put this rainworm entity here because I didn't realize this, and now it makes perfect sense. That is exactly what Peepo is.
Wait, why is he walking in the swamp?
Because he's a frog. He's a frog. And also, yes, because if you put Hello Kitty on anything, it instantly makes it marketable. If you put Peepo in anything, I am infinitely way more likely to fucking buy that shit.
That's true. That looks cute.
It floored me because it's and then like of course because it's the fucking internet. Goddamn.
No, that's true, huh?
I can't. I didn't. Look at Hello Kitty like struggling for her life.
She's trying to poop. Leave her be. She's trying to poop.
Like Pepe's just like
here, not fall in.
He's like, hey. Like he's just like, okay, I'm taking a poop.
So here's a question I have.
Titties.
Wait, actually, hold up. I'm gonna get some ice, and then I'm gonna be right back. But I need to get this ice. 1 second. Entertain people.
Remember
Titties.
real beat 'em up games like Final Fight and Knights of the Round Table and fucking D&D and motherfucking Captain Commando?
Oh, dude, a lot of them are on that Switch. Like, everything you said except for D&D. When D&D's on its own thing, but all the others are on that Switch. Well, it's on other consoles too. But that Capcom Fighting Collection, it's King of Dragons, Knights of the Round, Captain Commando, and I think Final Fight.
Do they have Final Fight?
Yeah, only the first one though. But and I think it's all the arcade versions. That's why, because technically, I think 2 and 3 were only console.
Final Fight 2. There be no sequels to 2-player co-op.
Final Fight 2, I think, was the one that had the girl, right? The ninja.
The one that had Maki.
Yeah, is that her name?
Which is a guy's sister.
Oh.
Yeah, Maki is guy's sister.
I didn't know that. Did you ever play
that was the first one that I played.
Did you ever play the PS2 Final Fight Streetwise or whatever that was called?
Oh yeah, I haven't. No, I have not played it. I think I watched it. I watched a review on it.
Yeah, apparently I played it. I'm
like,
not
was
gonna
it bad?
I didn't think so. I mean, okay, the voice acting and the cutscenes and the writing were terrible, but that's what you got back then. You just lived with it. I thought the game was okay. Remember Fighting Force? I felt the game felt a lot like Fighting Force.
Fighting Force was a hell of fun.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
oh man,
people didn't like it. It was like 3D, but I'm like, it's 3D wonkiness, like but it's still great for what it is.
Right? Yeah, I
miss Fighting Force. That was one of my favorite.
That was
one of my favorite PS1 games.
That was one of my first demos.
Oh, Fighting Force.
Were you fighting? Is it in the police station?
Yeah.
You walk out, and I was just like, "Yo, this game." And then after we beat it, I was like, "Oh man, all right, let's play it again. Let's switch characters."
I think I mentioned this before, but like the Brave Fencer Musashi, I remember the opening part because I used to have a demo for it and I used to play it like all the time. Like it was just like
was that demo on? Was that Parasite Eve demo?
I think so. Yeah, because Parasite Eve, Toe Ball number 1, and I can't remember what else.
Is that like? So was it Final Fantasy 8? What did you?
No, I think the 8 and Musashi weren't those on the Parasite Eve demo? Because I know Toe Ball number 1 had the Final Fantasy 7 one.
Let me see.
I know, like we could look this up easily.
No, actually, Brave Fencer Musashi. I think Brave Fencer Musashi had Final Fantasy 8 demo in it.
Oh, on the Brave Fencer.
So I think Parasite Eve demo. Okay. Parasite Eve demo had Xenogears, Bushido Blade 2, Final Fantasy 8, and Brave Fencer Musashi.
Oh, okay.
That is interesting. Those are actually some big names. 3 big names in one demo. Can you imagine that? That this is how much they were actually working on shit.
I remember I have Xenogears. I have like a complete box Xenogears, and I was showing it off. I think on a UPZ. It might not even be. I think it's like before DTL, and I spilled water on the manual. I'll never forget that. I was so upset.
This fucking guy.
Yeah.
Dude, I've never played through Parasite Eve. I was too scared when I was a little kid. My mom's ex-boyfriend was playing it. I just remember seeing the fucking rat turn into the. I was like, no, what the fuck? I was like, no, it's so scary.
I like how that scared you, but when like Eve melts the fucking opera audience, that
shit scared the fuck out of me too. Okay.
Yeah, she melted. That thing scared
everyone. The fuck. She turned everyone to fucking jelly.
Yeah.
She was burning everybody, and was she turning into jelly? I just remember people
melted. They like, ugh. Like kind of like the way it was in like Raiders of the Lost Ark, where they kind of just like.
And apparently, they said this is like a novel, right?
It's a novel and a movie, and believe it or not, the game is a sequel to that story.
It's a sequel,
Yeah.
Because I was just like,
it follows it. Yeah.
Why is Aya the only one that's not happening to it? What's wrong with her? Like, what the hell? And then all of a sudden I read, like, I did watch a review, and I was like, oh fuck, okay, this makes a little bit more sense, because she's just sitting there and everyone's just fucking burning and getting turned into jelly, and she's just like, yeah, man, I'm cool, I'm all right.
So I feel remiss if I didn't actually cash in an act. Oh, sorry. Wait, is your audio okay now?
No, I think Manuel needed to get up for something. Manuel just turned into a black blob.
Okay, it's fine. So there was the one thing where it's like, hey, what if we redo one of our presentations? And I, even though technically speaking, I did mine like immediately the week after for the same presentation, I went back on it and I thought about this. There was a moment where like Callie just happened to pop in during one of the streams just to like do an update on a previous presentation that she did. And I thought that was interesting because it was just like, you know what? It's good to do updates sometimes, especially it's like, funny. You know, when you go so in depth on shit.
I went to go grab my PS1 Breath of Fire 3 and 4, and I don't feel like spinning the spindle because I like put things in front of it because like I was cleaning it, so I didn't grab that. But I did grab this. This is the very first Fire Emblem game for the Famicom. Complete and boxed manual. Everything's in really good condition.
And you like not leave it on next to your water?
Not with like a bunch of liquor spilled all over it.
No. This is the funny thing. In Japan, there's not really a retro game collecting scene. This cost me $5. This cost me 500 yen.
That's
I pulled the sticker.
How much is it?
I pulled the sticker off and I kind of ruined the box a little, which I left the rest of it on. You can't see it, but yeah, it cost $5. I think.
How much is it outside of Japan?
That's what I'm saying. There's all these games that in Japan they're dirt cheap. Like I went to Book Off recently, and even that one Japanese video game store that used to be in Little Tokyo, I don't know if it's still open. Like they used to sell Final Fantasy for like $50. But if you went to Japan, that game sold like 1 million copies, and there's no collecting scene, so you can get that game for like $5. You know,
that is kind of a weird thing with Japan. I mean, it's a good thing, right? But like with Japan, like a lot of things are just like, hey, yeah, you can come here and buy it, and it's more or less sticker price. Without,
for example, there's a U.S. seller. There's a U.S. seller selling the complete box thing on eBay this moment for $44. Buy it now, $44. But there's a Japanese one on auction that's almost done for $1. Nobody's bid on it.
Damn.
So yeah, that's case in point how the difference is, you know, with these franchises.
I mean,
and not franchises, with collecting.
But Japan like has the shit and they'll save it and like you can get it, but it might be like one per customer or something like that.
By the way, look at this. This is the equivalent to the NES. Look how tiny these boxes are.
Yeah,
you get a fucking NES game and they're fucking giant.
Listen, the entire concept of having boxes that were like cardboard was a horrible idea, but like it was. I also will give it up to like this is growing.
There's so much art. It looks, yeah, that's true.
But yeah,
and the art looks fucking tight.
When I went to Japan, like with Tiffany in 2016, it was like when I was like older and had more money and whatever. Because I went a long time ago when I was younger.
When you were older and had more money than now, so you were older then than you are now. Is that what you're saying?
No, I mean compared to the first time I'd gone. So I had more money to actually spend, and I went so crazy seeing all this shit, and then I realized it's because it's worthless. There, you know, it's not worthless, but it's like. Nobody goes crazy over like
9 years old. Like, what the fuck?
Everybody's just still. Nobody's like gonna buy like a million fucking things of whatever the fuck.
And it's funny because like that's part of my reasoning getting rid of my collection now. It's like I like this shit, but not like that. You know what I mean?
Not enough to like you will keep it, even though like it's not. Is the thing.
Yeah.
So
and it's like emulating so much easier these days. Don't even get me started.
It just is like at this point, like collecting shit is just like if you want to like keep some like material value, but otherwise shit is just so rapidly available in digital.
Also, I've said this many a time, and it's true. I said this, I was talking to JD about this. Like I think pretty much 90% of all the Atari 2600 games don't work anymore just because they've gotten like, you know, old and the chips failed. Apparently the NES
like if you try to save through like a Pokemon GBA game, like
they don't work. They don't work because the chips just failed. Yeah.
Yeah, we had an old Chrono Trigger and we put it in and this fucking the whole game is like it looks like it glitched out.
No, so apparently, yeah, that's what, funny you say that. So apparently, the NES cartridges are already nearing that like end of their lifespan. Because I didn't know this. Apparently, these aren't meant to last forever. I thought they would, but yeah, like they just deteriorate.
I mean,
and discs, CDs have so crazy. Like the GameCube is like so prone to disc rot, and so's the Dreamcast. And I'm like, I just want to sell all my shit before they literally start dissolving in it. You know,
son of a bitch. I constantly. I am here. This is what I do. This is my second job. Motherfucker.
Anyway, you can go ahead and start the Stonk Wars.
Oh, thanks. Do we have a timer?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. What are you saying, Mr. Software? I see you say my name. What do you want?
Oh, he said something about you stealing, which is true.
Oh.
Facts. Big facts.
Manuel be stealing.
Shut up, I redeem voice, man. But... as much as I would love to just press the mute button, I do appreciate his contact. But I'll go ahead and say, it's no joke. It's no like secret that like I've done like a couple fucking boring ass like finance stonk bullshit ass things in the past, and I kind of wanted to go ahead and touch on them again, considering the fact that everything is fucked in the past couple of weeks, especially. We mentioned inflation earlier today in terms of the price of meat going, right? The funny thing about that is that inflation is literally one of those things where it's like, if companies think that prices or like the cost of things will go up later on,
keep going.
They will charge you more just because they think those prices will go up. And why would I mention this? First, timeliness. Second off, because that's exactly what has been crashing everybody's fucking 401ks. And considering one of the presentations I had was like, yo, look at my fucking profile on Robinhood. Holy shit, just invest in growth. That's how you like can get out of the fucking debt spiral. That was great in that moment. And then I learned about the world. Because it's great. Like, here's the thing. I have learned an immense amount of things over the last couple of years, chief among them being money is just fuckery. There is an infinite amount of ways that people can just like fuck with money, especially if you have access to enough billions that you can just like bullshit your way through everything. You can just make it look like you have infinite like leverage, so you just bet on shit and it'll work. Like how a lot of GameStop stuff happened and how it wound up being like people shorted this stock to like below zero. The thing is, here's the thing. Back then, in that case, people had money, or at least the common person had money because of stimulus. Stimulus checks, unemployment, all that. Here's the thing. That is not the case anymore. Sadly, no, people are still moving like it's back then where everybody's getting extra money on their paychecks and everything. It's not how it's happening. So I wanted to go ahead and go back. And what this really winds up coming into being is I didn't really know exactly like how to phrase this, but I just went ahead and went with this kind of presentation. And do you all know who KSI is?
Oh god,
that YouTuber dude.
Yeah, the man who like boxed Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Oh,
So this past week, KSI happened to oh wait, here we go perfectly. There's a crypto coin that KSI happened to just dump $2.8 million into. And granted, he's wealthy, so it doesn't matter. He's good, no matter what, right? This was after this coin crashed from $100 worth of value to single digits, like $1. That's when he put his 2.8 million. And then it crashed to below 1 penny. And then it crashed to below 0.00001% of a dollar.
Drink.
And the question is, here's like this entire sentiment, and granted, again, he's wealthy, so it doesn't matter. He's going to be good regardless, right? This is Doge. This is GameStop. This is AMC. This is in the early days Tesla of motherfuckers jumping on to a bandwagon, shoving all their fucking money on. And granted, not KSI, because again, he's set. But what is it that would make somebody who's not wealthy like KSI to just fucking flagrantly just jump all their shit into something and just be like, fuck it, let's go. Whatever. I don't know. I'm just going to ape into this shit. How does this work? It's
Drink.
At once a lot of time with this specific coin. There's a lot of desperation going with this specific coin. It got to the point where, and this is like the apex thing of like, they put in suicide hotline stickies in their subreddits because it was that bad. And the thing is that's the worst period of those kinds of things. But at the same time, there's a certain amount of schadenfreude. There's schadenfreude. That is just like, I feel like there's a non-zero. How do y'all feel about NFTs?
Oh God.
How do you feel about NFTs?
Meh.
I've said this before. I don't like them, but I wish I'd gone into them before like everyone went like upset with them, because I wouldn't have minded getting some money off of them.
Right, that's how everybody feels. You don't actually like it. The only reason you actually would try to be in it or consider it is because why? Because of financial independence. Why the fuck wouldn't you want to make an easy money show, right? And so for this, I say I feel bad for people who lost money.
I don't.
I legitimately do. And I have to say all this as a preface. Because what we're going to say right now is, have y'all ever felt what happens when somebody like winds up getting like their Bored Ape Yacht Club shit like just completely dumped or like stolen from a ton of people?
I mean, it's hard to say stolen because it's, you know what I mean? It's right click.
You
and
press
there
the
you go.
wrong button. No.
You're right,
People
Mr.
legitimately,
Yotaku.
wait.
Oh, you mean real? You mean real stolen? Like where it's
People will like, people will click the wrong button in something, and then it'll wind up being like, oh god, they get dust attacked, which is just like you press the wrong button, you gambled on something, and now you're screwed. Is essentially what this winds up being.
Well, that's even funnier, honestly.
Okay, that's what I wanted to establish. Because what we're going to go into right now is a topic. Oh, fuck. How do I get this into the right goddamn thing?
Nice fucking titties.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, yeah.
But it all basically amounts to this
I could
one
think some
thing.
good NFTs right now.
Nice fucking titties.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm just drifting off into titty land.
I hope this works like this. 1 second. Stop screen. Share.
Oh shit, drink.
Oh wait. Share window. There we go. That works. So this is where we're going to go ahead and go into called lost porn. What is lost porn? Lost porn is effectively exactly what happens when you see somebody post, oh shit, my Bored Ape Yacht Club thing just got drained out of my wallet because I pushed the wrong button. Lost isn't a bad way of saying it, because that's honestly like maybe a more accurate way of saying it, but like it's just like in any case, there's loss happening is the most important thing, is what it has to
Somebody say. Go after. We should go after Jimmy Fallon and what's her, Paris Hilton, and whoever the fuck else.
I mean, it's like, all just like
the fuck out of it.
That's the issue. Is like it's just like all money fuckery is the issue.
Oh, my hot take Here's on the whole Doge thing. Did you know? I know. I don't think I talked about this. I don't think it was when you were on. Did you know that Doge is like a fake currency? Like it literally is meant to be fake.
Yes.
Like it's not a normal Bitcoin.
Yes.
So
all of that. I was there when it was made as a fucking joke when I was still working for Chan.
Yeah, in my opinion, because I don't want to get sued by Elon. In my opinion, Elon Musk committed a massive crime when he did, like, and I mean a real one, in my opinion.
You can't say that and then crime and then that.
In my opinion, I had no legal standing to affect that crime, but yeah, when he literally did a pump and dump live and
No,
everyone just fucking.
Here's the thing. So here's the thing. He didn't actually own that. But here's the thing. There are people who
Tesla
do.
will start accepting it. He bought into it. He invested. Then he sold. No, they don't. He sold.
No, they do. They
Tesla
do. It's just no. Here's the thing. It's not
Tesla
for the cars. It's for the merchandise. Is the thing.
Tesla never finished like the promised thing. So yeah, basically, like, he literally made money and ran off, and nobody.
No,
cared.
he didn't. Again,
like, wow.
He didn't buy Doge. He didn't own Doge. Is the thing. But here's the thing. There are people who actually. No, hold on. No. Here's the thing. Because there are way more egregious examples.
It's my
that
opinion
we will
that he
get
committed
to.
a crime. Anyway,
here's the thing. No. There are way more flagrant examples of this. So here's the biggest question: who the fuck would even put all their money into something insane like that, like Luna, like where it's like you see this and it is shitting the bed. You see Doge. It is a coin that is literally a joke that replicates itself. It's not like Bitcoin where there's less of it the more you buy.
That's the whole thing. Yeah.
That's why they did it the way it was. It's like, wouldn't it be fucking stupid if we made this coin that's the complete opposite of Bitcoin and it just makes more? So, like, if you buy it, you're literally doing something stupid. Why would you ever want to buy that? And the thing is, tragically speaking, it's a millennial thing. Honestly, it is like a symptom of like our generation. That's at least like the biggest. That's the most accurate way I can see it. It's this thing where it's like you have a generation of people who like are just like known struggling. Like we were taught, millennials was like constantly said like, hey, get a degree, you get a decent job. That's how you get a house. That's how you be economically sufficient. Okay, sure. Economics changed while college and shit happens.
Drink.
Okay, whatever. But now you got student loans overhead weighing on your neck. Oh, fuck. We were told this is an investment. But now it's just like pressure. Okay, cool. And it's like, what if we just lobby Congress? Because a lot of these loans are provided by the government. Politicians don't actually give a fuck, really, because it takes like years to actually do anything and get anything done. Mostly because you have to put like so much fucking pressure to do anything or get anything done. So it puts all the onus on the single person. No one's gonna help you. You got to do it yourself. However insane that is. And what is the for me, this is like the apex moment that really defines a lot of this bullcrap. A lot of the stuff that went into GME, AMC, Tesla, Doge, all that, whatever you want to call it, is the 08 crash. Because that's the thing that really identified it, where it's like, if you have enough money, you will get safe. There's an infinite amount of like cheat codes in the money system where it's like, yeah, hey, I have debt, but then I can sell this as an asset and then trade this with a million different people. And then it's like, so long as everybody doesn't get fucked up, we're good. Everything will work and it'll be fine. And then what did we do? Occupy Wall Street was like, at least the very least people could do is like go and camp out. It didn't last long. It didn't really work out. But it was at least like a public example of like when people like you see this situation as fuck and you have to do something, even if it doesn't work. This bitterness persisted all throughout, and you will see it because that is exactly what wound up triggering a whole lot of people to flood into Bitcoin and crypto.
Also, yes? I want a disclosure from Pleiades. Okay. How much have you lost in this game?
In what game? In like stocks or like crypto?
Crypto.
I've actually gained more from crypto than I have stocks. It is a stupid.
I thought you've been losing a bunch of shit. At one point I messaged you about.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
At one point, I messaged you about like your crypto losses or your crypto money, and you're like, "No, man, that money's disappearing."
Oh wait. There was maybe like one or two things where it like dumped, but the thing is, I did this. That after KSI lost his money, I saw like a decent trader like on livestream just randomly said that they were like scalping it. And I was like, I'm sorry, what the fuck are you saying? I just tossed in $30 and then like wound up being like fucking 1K the next day. I'm like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. This is dumb. How does this work? People are just pouring their money into a failed project that cannot recover. But I did it just because I was like, whatever. It's like 2 days at Chipotle, whatever.
Wait, where's our new equipment? You promised that if you made it big in Bitcoin, you would buy us new equipment.
Bitcoin, this is Luna. Also, I'm still holding these.
Crypto, I should say, to be more accurate.
I will get here's the thing. I will give out a Discord Nitro subs if Luna actually hits 0.01. There's no fucking way it ever happens. But here's the point.
Anyway,
Bitcoin crypto was the whole idea of like, we hate people who have all this goddamn money who just get saved by the government when they fuck up, because it doesn't matter what they do wrong. They can just like fuck up and like whatever, but us who have loans and try to like grind it out, we get fucked. So at the very least, it's like, screw this, we're flipping the board, let's play a different game. Screw it, whatever. But we do Bitcoin now and crypto because like you can't fuck with that the way that you can with subprime mortgages. And nothing fucking happened for like at least like 5-6 years, except like one dude used it to buy a pizza, which now like if you calculated it would have been like some insane amount of like money of like 100,000 whatever. But it was a landmark thing because like, oh, you can exchange digits of data for an actual thing. Great, whatever. The thing about us, or the thing about a lot of millennials, is like the whole thing with like millennial culture, with the whole 08 thing where it's like, if you're poor, you're fucked. It really, and like if you get a college degree, you're still fucked. It really encourages this sentiment of like, nothing matters. There is nothing to lose. You're good. So the only thing that you can do in a perma-fuck state is laugh at everything. It's where you get stuff like BoJack Horseman. You get a lot of like the deep-fried millennial memes. We go through it. And then, so compound this with the COVID crash. It's not the 08 crash, but it was that. And again, this is where I jumped in. Because I saw the 08 thing and I was like, oh man, damn. This happened in 08. I'm jumping in here. I am not going to miss this train like the way I did back then, because I was a kid in high school and I didn't get a chance, and I saw everybody making out like a bandit. Without saying too much, yeah, Winston Churchill effectively never let a good crisis go to waste. The most pessimistic way of saying this is how people say like, oh, this is all planned, blah blah blah, people want to crash the shit. The realistic way of like looking at this is like, if shit's fucked up, the best thing you can do is at least get something out of it being fucked. You're screwed no matter what, so at least find something there. The stimulus that wound up coming out of this was great. Like, we did everything that needed to happen. We got checks to like keep buying shit. Granted, a lot of that shit wound up buying a lot of NVIDIA graphics cards that wound up quickly going out of stock. A lot of PS5s, a lot of Xbox, the fucking new ones and everything. Student loan forbearance, a great example of what happens when a population doesn't have the boot of debt on their neck, constantly suppressing their ability to stimulate the economy. And then more than anything else is the Federal Reserve lowering the cost of loans. And this is really the thing that's coming back to us now. Basically, they made it so you could just get loans for money super cheap, like almost like no cost. So you would be stupid not to just take a loan out and put it in like the S&P 500. It's free money. You're literally throwing money away. The shit is, I mean, money printer go bird. This is exactly what this was. Money printer go bird. You just make infinite money, because at the time we were fucked. The economy wasn't moving. You had to inject something into it. And this is one of those things. Do y'all remember how everybody was screwed over? People were like struggling to make payments on their rent, but somehow the stock market was going to all-time highs.
Yeah.
That is effectively what happened, and that is exactly what that did. Because the reason the stock market went up is because money was so available that people just like logically was like, well, yeah, why wouldn't I put this in the stock market? Because they were trying to put money into the economy despite everything being fucked. So the less fucked everything is, the more money the Fed pulls out of the economy as a result. Back then, you could literally, and y'all saw like the shit, it's like you could just put money into any stupid stock and it would get like 20% plus in a week. It was stupid. It was the dumbest thing ever. And like so many like first-time investors got spoiled by it because you just thought like, oh yeah, this is just a money printer. You just put stuff in, you good. All right. Hence, Tesla at the beginning of everything went up like 1,000%. That was really like the first thing. And then the whole GameStop thing encouraged it. AMC, Doge, Sheep, NFT, all that. That's the biggest thing that's changed in like investing and all that with us is because we have social media. So it's different in that it's not just that we're like putting money into here. It's a game for us, or at least without the threat of losing money, it becomes like less about actually even making money. And it just becomes like, hey, if you don't have fear of losing money because you know the shit's coming in and you know like your loans are coming in, and also fuck your employer because there's no collective bargaining with terms to like benefits and like your pay rate and everything. Son, if you lose a K, you can gain a K the another day. If you're working from home, you're not having to spend money on gas. You good. And also, if I don't know if anybody else has had the implicit pleasure of this, I would absolutely suggest going to r/anti-work because God, I mean, the interview that the one mod did was dog shit because it just made everybody look horrible. But it is a perfect culmination of like everybody just being sick of like their employers just treating them like crap and like not actually getting them like how much they deserve for their work. People have no faith in like their employment and like career advancement. So screw it. Done. Fuck it. I don't care. Ooh. Yep. This is true. And thankfully, if you, and here's the thing, that's where it winds up fucking up with food, at least in terms of inflation. If hopefully you live in a place where like there's some amount of rent control, but sadly there's a lot of places where that doesn't happen. And now it's kind of like starting to come out in a really fucked up way. Back then in those states, because things were so fucked, it was clear. Just put money in. Keep pouring money in until we're better. Until like we can actually go out and do shit and actually have an economy. Just keep putting money in. What's up?
Oh, I said but. But
yeah, because that's
there's
the
a
thing.
button. There's gonna be a button here.
The money gets. That's the thing. It's like when things are as worse as possible. That's when it's like, oh yeah, money, until the thing can work by itself. Getting there. You have people who are like, oh hey, actually here's a great thing. Anybody know who Jim Cramer is?
No.
He's the dumbass on like Boomer TV where it's like he's bald and like he has this TV show where he's like buy, sell.
Yeah.
That thing. Consistently, there's a whole thing where it's like people just say, you know what? Whatever call he does, do the exact opposite. That'll work. I love the fact that you mentioned this, Mr. Yotaku. So why do I have Martin Shkreli here? So on the left side over here, we have Veteran Saints. This is where like everybody who like just got into like investing and everything, it's like, oh no, these are our heroes, whatever. And it's basically like on the left side, it's like people who are like bears and people who are bulls. And what that means is like people who think that everything's gonna fall apart and people who think that everything's gonna go into infinity. And so you have over here Michael Burry, the motherfucker who like the star of it's called the Big Short, dude who got played by goddamn, I forget his name, Batman. From the good series of Batman movies. Christian Bale, yeah.
Christian Bale?
Yeah.
Okay.
The whole thing of like being skeptical, being like slow, and then over here you have people who like went balls to the wall and like did degenerate ass Wall Street bets level insane things. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the thing.
Farmer,
this is
farmer,
true.
Bro.
Oh, he is. Here's the thing. he did he get wealthy? Yes. And he did it by like getting blown the fuck out, doing insane bets on pharma, like biopharma plays. Yes, he is. And also, if he wasn't in jail, I can't say this for a fact, but I just know it to be true. He would have absolutely abused the fuck out of NFTs. I don't know how, but I know it would have happened. And I know he's like real fucking sad he didn't get there. Bill Huang, there's a whole video on YouTube that I wish I could play right now called Ballin' Like Bill. This man borrowed millions of dollars from multiple different banks, which is infinite leverage to bet on Discovery. He drove the stock price all the way up and made it crash, and now he's broke as hell. And it was just this whole thing of like, just bet everything. Just bet everything. It'll work out. It works out until it doesn't. What we wind up getting is, I say, the worst generation. And it's just because I've been watching One Piece as of late. And popularly, what this winds up being is that's like hazard to say One Piece is like you have your old generation of like goats, and then you have your new generation of upstarts, and everybody like deifies the old people and shits on the new people. And the real thing is like they're all degenerate as hell, just gambling. It's all just gambling, no matter what you do. It is the dumbest thing possible. But you get, hold up, I actually have to share this. I have to change the screen now.
All right, let's see.
Titties.
No, actually.
I know. So Manuel says that, right? And then when it happens, he's like, "Oh my god, we're banned."
Oh no, no. Where's Big Titty Chun-Li? There we go. Big Titty Chun-Li. There you go.
Big Titty
During this entire time where people just have like a whole bunch of money, like again available, and the thing
her eyes are kind of scary.
If you did it right at the time,
fucking Manuel,
you actually managed to like do really well for yourself and like pay off your student loans and everything. The thing is, there's multiple people who was just like, that didn't happen for. This man, Control the Narrative, was one of the first people to find a loophole in Robinhood that made it so they could just buy things that would make it seem like they had value in their account, and then use that to get loans to get more like bets on other things. And they just did this ad infinitum until like their account went to like 600% minus the morning when all of this realized. Sitting in their car, this man.
What did you Google there? Why was that Callie in the middle? And not Callie, but like...
no, right here. So this man's like, hey, I'm gonna bet all this stuff is gonna work out. It's cool, whatever. Again, I'm trying to get freedom, financial. And then everything falls apart, and you hear the voice leave his soul. In this moment, there's probably no audio, but right there, this man is legendary. This man is legendary in the same way that Cathie Wood, Warren Buffett, all of them are, but for a completely horrible reason, in that they lost all their goddamn money. It became this thing where it's like people at the beginning of everything were like, yo, I can just put money in here, I make a shit ton of money, you get gain porn. Everybody's apparently, like, oh shit, that's cool.
To answer the question that Pleiades didn't answer, I guess he Googled "guh," and apparently Callie says "guh" a lot. Callie as in the VTuber Callie. Maury Calliope. But yeah, because I was like, why is Callie in your search results? That's what I was confused by.
Oh, that's why that comes up. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
But yeah, just to answer, in case anyone wanted closure if you're watching on YouTube or something.
There is a weird amount of just like, at the beginning, it was this contest of like, hey, we all are broke and we don't care about what happens to us because we're fucked no matter what. So we will bet our entire life savings on these ridiculous things because there's no other alternative. And instead of like, at a certain point, it stopped being, oh yeah, gains are easy to make. Now it's just like infinite losses forever. Because what happened? Things started getting better. COVID started clearing up a bit, and now we can actually go out. So what happens? The Fed stops putting out the money, and now it's like, yo, the punch bowl's done. It's gonna suck going forward. That's why inflation is going up, is because it makes it so everything is more expensive to get at now, because there's not as much shit available for just funding. So now everybody has to pick and choose where they put their money. It going forward, I mean, but the thing is, here's the thing. If everything goes well, hopefully, and like we can actively like move around in the economy and we can do stuff well, we'll be good. The Fed only put in money because we needed it at the time, because everybody was stuck at home. We had nothing to do. Like, we're fucked, right? Now, if we're moving around, like, have y'all seen like sales for actual like sticker price GPUs?
I don't know, but Mr. Chalker has the best take there. I'm just saying. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's part of it. That's part of it.
The GPU seems like it dropped.
Here's the thing: you can actually buy them now.
I know.
That's what's insane. Like, you can buy them without having to be put on a new egg like lottery
lottery list. Yeah, because my little brother's getting he's gonna get a 3070 Ti, and I was like, damn, you can actually buy that right now.
Isn't that crazy? Like, the second I saw that, I was like, shit.
Not scalping prices. Like at 7, I think like 800. I was like, wow, that's reasonably priced.
I think she got it too. I remember not Callie, what's her name? Hina. Hina was doing a fundraising goal on her. This was ages ago, like the start of the pandemic. She had a fundraising goal on her Twitch channel where she was raising money to get a graphics card at 30 something. I forgot what the fuck it was.
30,
and she was gonna pay the scalping price. That was what the fundraising goal was.
How much was it? Like 1,300.
Yeah, like, and wow. that was the goal, and she admitted she's like that she was gonna buy it at the scalp price. And I think she ended up finding one of her like followers who sold her one, or got her one or something for a reasonable price.
And I say that
my bad.
Like, I started this whole thing with
the
whole premise of lost porn. And the reason why I had to put that whole preface is because there's a non-zero amount of people who literally like jumped all their fucking life savings into speculative assets, especially crypto. That's what happened this last week with Luna. That's what KSI put his money into. That's where they had to put suicide hotline numbers into. I don't like people suffering. And at the same time, here's the thing. If you put your money into something that's like really speculative, it's really hard to feel bad when you lose your fucking money.
The part with the Rona crashes, it looks like Bongo Cat. Looks like Bongo Cat's head.
Oh, it does kind of look like that. You're not wrong.
Like I see that. I just imagine that Bongo Cat like thing I had, the site where you could play real music with the key binding. But anyways,
and that is to say that when I initially did like a whole presentation, I like showed my stock portfolio. I was pretty much this right here, Kathy Wet. I was doing good, and then last couple of like months, the Fed, fucking kicked the shit out of my face. A lot of shit went way the fuck down in the long run, and that's to say that I wanted to put that asterisk of like, yes, over the long term, like 10-year plus, it still is, and not financial advice. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial expert. Generally speaking, it's a decent idea to always put your money towards growth if you're younger. It's just that bad times will come. Good times will come, and you will think at that moment that everything is good and like, oh, new paradigm. Everything's going to the moon. Infinite money. We good. Everything's Gucci. I'm going to fucking make it rain. Lambos on these bitches. All that. Take gains. Secure gains every single time you have a chance. That... Not financial advice, but just smart advice. Just always fucking at least take some gains. Take something off the goddamn table. Because eventually things go up and then things come down. It's just how it goddamn happens. Just don't be one of those people who winds up putting everything, their 401k and everything, and then they just get screwed over. because it's one of the freaking saddest things. And also, sometimes shit just happens for no reason. Somebody can somebody can just like press the wrong key on something.
That finger.
This actually crashed. Like earlier last week, the European stock market crashed because an employee at Citigroup, like fat fingered an input and just like screwed everything up for no goddamn reason. Things just happen sometimes. Don't make bets that your ass can't cash. Something stupid can always happen, no matter what. And that is just like, I just wanted to make sure I put that asterisk in, like, if you want growth, yes, speculative assets, but still, shit can go down. The sky can fall down. I have lost money. I have made money, but the best thing you can always, like, that I have found that you can always do is take something off the goddamn table. Period.
You should have invested.
Be responsible.
Billy. I assume that you're closing. Yeah, you should have invested in Billy. Is all I gotta say.
Billy is down to $11. Billy
it dropped.
Has gone down like 99%. Granted,
you remember when I told you to buy?
Though.
Did you remember when I told you to buy? Yeah, and I remember when I told you to sell.
But here's the thing, though. I mean, that's what's fucked. Is like that went up, but everything did too. That's the other thing I learned. I thought at the moment, I was like, oh man, I had the biggest dick. I'm a genius. Look at all this money I'm making. And I actually asked one of them, like, yo, is this really this easy? No. Everybody's a genius in a bull market. That's the thing.
I remember there was a DTL, like in one of the more wilder DTLs, because I forgot which one. It was one of like the first 20, because I was watching some of them just to make a clip show, and I never finished because they're too long of videos. But
I thought about doing
I was watching one, and I remember there was one time, I think we were all really shit-faced, and it was like when it was like 7 of us on the thing back then, and I was like, Pleiades, show us your penis. And you dead ass got up and started unzipping your pants.
Yeah, it was a fake
Molly,
out.
And Molly had to stop you.
Molly's like,
no, it was a fake out.
But that's so funny.
You lifted up his shirt instead of undoing. Like
Yes, it was a good fake out. Duh.
How far are you gonna go? Like
that was as far as I was gonna go. She literally stopped me at the perfect time of the thing.
Wait, that was so.
Oh wait. Oh damn! Wait. No.
And then Pleiades just sat right back down.
Yeah, Molly's yelling at you.
There was a point where during the week I took anytime something like catastrophic happened in crypto or anything, I love just posting the one clip from End of Evangelion where it's third impact and Ray is just like sucking up all like the blood souls and everything, because that's effectively what happened.
I don't know why I laugh like a 5-year-old.
I told you that's what happened. But
no,
like,
I just laughed at the word sucking. But anyways, like I'm fucking 5 years old. You said sucking. I'll admit that was really stupid.
Moments like this right here. We're
Carnal
like,
fucking wait.
Dude,
I am changing my
May
Bitcoin
11th, I am changing all my BTC for Luna because Luna has fallen 96%. It can only fall a max of 4% now. Plus, I trust you in the community. Dude, you can always fall 100% no matter where you enter. That's what KSI learned. Yes, true, but chances aren't higher than 4%. Karma will fucking get you and your future bloodline, you piece of shit.
Okay, Luigi. Who's Luigi?
Yo, that's what this shit does.
He needs a Luigi board.
And again, it feels at the time like, oh yeah, this is a good idea. Why wouldn't I put my money in here? That's where I can get my most money. Because that's also where you can lose the most money. It's crazy. Look at this. I just need to put this out. The day where they were trying to fix this, if you want details or whatever, go to CoffeeZilla's video. That is the best explanation of it, and it's only like 9 minutes long. CoffeeZilla is great at like busting like crypto scams, rug pulls, all that shit, by the way. But like they went from like a couple million coins to like printing 1 billion coins every goddamn minute.
I love that straight line up. Yeah, no, right there, where it's like literally straight.
I lost count at a certain point. I got cross-eyed because when like the website that shows you the count of everything, it didn't show commas, and I was like, I'm going cross-eyed. Is that like 6 quadrillion or 6 trillion? I can't tell anymore.
Yeah. Anyway, that was our DT. Can you believe there's only one more of these left? I'm sad.
Invest only what you're comfortable using. That is rule of thumb. And also, hopefully, only ever plan for the long run is the best advice I can give. But also, none of this is financial advice.
my one minor regret of some of the pandemic stuff was I didn't take advantage of some of the pandemic like handouts that were going around. And I'm not gonna lie, it might have hit me in the tax gut a hell of a lot worse, because apparently it did that for some people, and I already had a shitty tax situation. Not into that, but here's the thing, though, I still kind of regret not taking more of that.
I mean, at the same time, here's the thing though, a lot of people wound up milking it for more than they could actually get, and now like the IRS is actively tracking down everybody for fucking fraud. Well, they're on a fucking mission. It's like the fucking Predator out here.
So on the plus side, I've heard small versions of that. Like some friends of mine were like, "Oh, can you believe?" Because I'll admit that's kind of shitty, but like there's some people who are like, "Hey, they're taxing me on unemployment." I'm like, "Whoa, I'm glad I didn't take that." But I also regret not taking it.
So with the unemployment stuff, they were asking me like, they're like, "Oh, people are just like, it's free money," and then they're like, "Hey, we actually need your tax." Like they're like, "Remember all the shit that you were doing?" I was like, "Yeah." They're like, we need your tax information from like 2020, 2019. And I sent it to them, and I was like, "Fuck, please." And they're like, "You're good, bro." And I'm like, "Thank you." I wasn't fucking lying.
It feels really intimidating, but like a lot. It's so weird because they should fucking know, right? It shouldn't be a thing of grab ass.
That's what I was thinking about.
You know how much fucking money you have. Just fucking
exactly. That's the thing that pisses me off. I'm sure everyone's seen that meme where it's all like, "We know how much you owe us, but you need to figure it out." And it's all like, "What happens if I get it wrong?" "Oh, you go to jail."
It drives me fucking insane.
Yeah, that's why like, and even when I did my taxes this time around, I was like, "Oh shit." Woo! Good unemployment was like, "Nah, bro, you're cool." I'm like, "Oh, thank you."
No, actually, because I love that we got like fucky because of it.
I still had to pay. I still had to pay I still had to pay taxes previous because I don't have unemployment anymore. So
yeah. By the way, it's wild as fuck that like we have a country where like they tax you this way. Well, not to say the taxing is wrong, but that's a whole story. I'm not saying it is, but
it's just
what I'm saying is that we have a system set up where literally like Mr. Chuck is saying there that there's tax providers like who the fuck is that, TurboTax and shit like that.
One of them got
just to
sued.
Who lobby just that you have to pay them to like, you know, do your taxes basically, and it's bullshit.
Or they said that it'd be free, and then it wasn't goddamn free.
Oh, of course, I had to pay like whoever the fuck did mine. It was like several $100s just to tell them that, oh, by the way, you owe thousands, but let's not go there anyway.
And this is one of those things where it's like, this is the example. It's like if you can try to say like, oh, you make a shit ton, because again, this coin, Luna coin, went to like $100, and if you bought it at the right time, yeah, you made it out. And then you say like, make posts on the internet, it's like, my dad hates crypto, pretends to know what it is, he doesn't understand, blah blah blah. That was 10 months ago. Now I lost everything and I don't know what to do or where to go. This is the same account. Never think that shit can't come against you. Never, ever, ever, ever. This shit happens, and in one sense, does this sound kind of funny? Yes, absolutely. But also, I hope this person didn't rope.
So just to get some planning shit out of the way. Tuesday's UPZ. Wednesday is Wild Arms 2. Friday is Drink Talk Roll. And I can tell you right now that the following week, which I'm not going to go too far into the future, but the following week will be a little wonky because of anime. There'll probably only be a UPZ and there won't be any other streams because I'll be like leaving to go to NorCal that week. So the next Drink Talk Learn won't be until probably the 11th of June.
Also,
because it's the last one, I'm gonna try to like really float it so when both Matt and Molly are able to show up.
I was gonna say we need to make it a thing. You know
obviously,
what I mean?
Warren can't because Warren won't be around. But still,
right, I mean,
and it worked out. It kind of does. No offense, Warren, but it does work out because I'm like, I like the shorter DTLs, and there's no way we can rein ourselves in.
If it's the last one,
I mean, I don't want to. It's funny because the last one Sylvia was on, that was the one I looked up. That one went on for over 6 hours. It was like 6
I love that hours. One. That was my favorite. That was like my favorite one in recent memory.
And I was, I was hosting that one, and I was falling asleep at the end. No,
I've been on Streamer
like
every single fucking time. What do you mean?
Oh, the original.
No, the original one. The original one. I was hosting, and I was falling asleep, and I couldn't go to sleep. I mean, because people were leaving. If you remember, like people were leaving before we were done. Like our hosts were leaving, and I wanted to leave, but I couldn't because I was the one hosting. So I think I actually fell asleep, and you could see me during one presentation, just like leaning.
I remember that there was at least one time that happened. I remember that, and it was.
And I was like, I literally went to sleep because I'm like, it is fucking literally midnight. And I think we started later back then. We started at 7, and I was like, it's literally like 1 a.m. I do not want to sit here.
Also, I just have to say this, just like as to add spice to the whole like fucking rug pull shit that KSI puts money into. The guy who developed it did a previous project where he made his pseudonym Rick, and he had a partner named Morty.
Oh my
and he has consistently on social media just constantly been an arrogant piece of shit, just like calling people poor and whatnot.
Anyway,
the Schadenfreude.
It's where's Molly? We need to sing that song from Avenue Q. Schadenfreude. No, the Schadenfreude. There's a song called Schadenfreude. It's sung by Gary Coleman, the character Gary Coleman.
Rest in peace, man.
Yeah, rest in peace, Gary Coleman. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so everyone Drink Talk Learn June 11th or sometime around then. It'll be in June. And that's it. Warren will be gone in fucking Georgia for most of that, so we might be Warren-less for a minute. We'll see.
Yeah, for the games, you guys are either one. I have to send the games to you guys, and you guys.
Snacks.
I mean,
yeah, Snacks and I have talked about it, and I think that we're gonna just play something different, like me and Snacks. Or maybe you could. I don't know if you can still join, but I could still join. I'll have to do like. We'll have to do like a little check on that because I missed
I don't know what the fuck.
We can just stream from his place. We can go stream from his place. So, he's in Georgia.
Oh yeah, where do you? How far are you?
Well, you guys talk. Yeah, I don't think we should start doxing live, but anyway, Georgia on my mind.
Yo, if you got Xbox Live, I don't know if there's like some sort of easier way to like figure that out. That
anyway,
might, like be an option.
Let's wrap this up. Peace out. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.
Good night.
Like,
good night.
Comment, subscribe.
Shout out to Ed and Kenneth, our current patrons. You can support us at patreon.com/AJConnection.
I'm about like an hour away from there.
Peace.
Goodbye.